So, ladies and gentlemen, Prime Gundam is here. We're here talking about Black Panther, and I want people to understand something here. Just to preface this as we dive into this, all right? We do not mean to insult anybody. We don't mean to hurt anybody. This is all just us talking the truth, speaking our truth, and getting it out there. Because honestly, the algorithm of TikTok would not allow us to talk about this shit because it's racist. That's just what it is.
So before I say anything, before I speak
truth,
get this on record right now. Yeah, I adore Chadwick Boseman.
Yes,
I thought his performance was great. He's a fantastic, phenomenal actor. And anything that I'm about to say in this episode is absolutely not directed at him. His legacy is cemented. He is a fucking generational talent, and there will never be another Chadwick Boseman.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
However,
Okay.
There should be another T'Challa, and we're going to continue on.
100% agree. 100% agree on that. I will say for the record.
Go ahead, Eric.
I'm just going to say for the records, gentlemen. Chadwick Boseman, in the words of Prim, he an all-star. He a forever all-star.
Oh, he a forever all-star.
Okay. He is forever an all-star. Personally, I enjoyed him just a tad bit more for his portrayal as James Brown in Get On Up.
I love him trying to be Denzel in 20. I loved him trying to be his mentor Denzel in 21 Bridges.
21, and that was like number 2 for me.
21 Bridges, I was like
21 Bridges.
21 Bridges, he was really like, you trying to be Denzel. I see it. See what you're doing.
You're trying to be Denzel and Unstoppable.
Thank you. That right there.
Like, can you and it's like it really brings to home when I was rewatching this shit. Like, damn, can you imagine the movies he would have been in right now?
Nigga.
Oh hell yeah.
Can you imagine the chud discourse that would be going on right now?
Goodness, nigga.
Listen, like, look, you see why Michael B. Jordan was trying, because look, Michael, look, we're gonna get into it, but I was just saying.
Look, I would have to add.
He does one Black Panther movie, and suddenly Hollywood just gives him everything.
The problem I have when it comes to Black Panther, why do we have to get another one? This is exactly the type of dysfunction we have in the comic space today.
And see, what you niggas, y'all were dressing up in them koofies and kente cloth going to see that damn movie. Y'all were having too much fucking fun. No white folk gonna take the show with me. I told you niggas that shit.
Okay.
That shit.
Okay.
All right, look. Before I get into it,
could have been worse. It could have been his sister being Black.
Love a good.
Like,
so check this out. Before I get into it, because yes, Chris did it well. Prime said exactly what I said, and Eris ain't done. So I'll finish this for Eris because I know Eris is thinking exactly like me. But this part first for me. Black Panther has a special place in my heart because it means a lot to 3 Black Geeks. Mm-hmm. In the sense of Black Panther from 2006, from the height when it really started in 2016.
Civil War, really.
Yeah, 3BG was already on the list of Black outlets that gotta be a part of all of this shit. And it's one of the things I'm proud of. Our work on this and Black Lightning, I am proud of our work on it. I talked to a fucking legend. I got to talk to
Bill Duke.
Said
Bill Duke.
No, you talked to Bill Duke. No.
You did.
I'm talking about this movie.
Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry. Yeah,
I got to talk to a woman that's an Academy Award winner. To hear about all this. This movie means a lot to me. I got to see everybody's eyes light up in the movie theater, and this warmness of blackness came over me, and I loved it. I will never get an experience like that. And I tear up just a little bit because it wasn't just me liking it. I'm looking down. Sam is jumping up and down, but it ain't like happiness. It's like, get it, nigga, get it. It's like that. It's Black people cheering it all. This old lady beside me, Christmas baby, she's like, get him, kick his ass, He think he know everything. Kick his ass.
I want people to understand something.
Wonderful.
I want people to understand something.
Okay. That being said, Chris, I'm sorry. That being said, I am sick of all of you niggas that sat in my way, sat in everybody's way, and flexed your knowledge of Black Panther. You wasted so many people's time with basic Marvel Wikipedia knowledge. I am so sick of all of you niggas that lined up and said, I want to do a podcast, especially on Black Panther and Black superheroes. Get to the 6th fucking episode and quit. I am so sick.
They ran out of gas.
All of you. All of you stood in my way, said this was the best movie ever. You put a gun in a white folk head. Sure, some people won the White Award during the Academy Awards, but I'm sorry, 8 goddamn awards.
Like, I wasn't there.
8 nominated awards? Are you fucking serious? All of you, I was sick of all of you black folk. Oh my God, I will elbow drop this movie because this movie to D is a 6 out of 10. Fight the wall. Fight the wall. Fight your mama. Yell at your kids because you're not. Because I can tell you this right now. I didn't need to be on camera. I'm from Suitland, Maryland. You ain't gonna fucking beat my ass, nigga. I'm just saying. This movie ain't that great. It's a power. It's not powerfully mid. It's something you put on in the background.
I have been for like the last couple of years.
Cinema.
I have been trying to figure out.
Well, go ahead, Prime.
What is the glamour that this movie has around it? Like, why do niggas get mad ignorant about this movie? Like, I don't understand. The take power scene. And let me tell you what set me off. One of the things that set me off. I saw somebody. I think it was Twitter when they were upset about the Hobbit being in the movie. Going, this should be an all black movie. Why is there a white man in the movie? And I'm like, you're asking why is a Black Panther character in a Black Panther movie? Do you fucking hear yourself right?
Okay.
Can I just say, Black Panther, I don't want to say suffers, but Black Panther has the same energy that a lot of other for the culture black films has, which is the number one thing, is the biggest dead giveaway. Ensemble cast. Okay.
When you have Eris?
No.
What's wrong with an ensemble cast?
Okay, when you have an ensemble cast, be it filled with black folks that are that are currently working, or up and comings, or let's just be real, nigga, you needed this job. You get one of them. Okay,
you picked up the phone at the right time, Coon.
You get one of them.
Because Morris Chestnut.
Because I was going down the Rolodex,
and
we was going directly down the line.
Now you get one of them, right? And after you have either both, it has to be a combination of both a great director, a great writer, and a great producer that takes this ensemble cast and literally puts them together like the Infinity Stones on the Infinity Gauntlet, and puts out an at the time grade 10 movie, right? A level 10 movie. Now, once all that steam burns out, it's forever cemented in black culture, like forever. It's up there with what is it? It's up there with Coming to America, Jackson's The American Dream, and you know what? You adding your third, okay?
Wait, Eris, you did it wrong. You said Coming to America. You said Coming to America, Uptown Saturday Night, Jackson 5 American Dream.
Then you can put Black
Panther.
Just pulled off the fucking Eminem tie collapse list and shit. It goes
to America. No, but hold on. But am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Please tell me.
Because I agree with you. I actually, for the most part, I agree with you. For the most part, I agree with you. I don't really have an argument, but yeah, but what?
No, but that's what I'm saying. You get something like this, and when you sit back and watch it now, I am 100% with you, D. Oh, this is 6 out of 10. Especially when you get to the midpoint of the movie. And honestly, for me and another friend of mine, we actually saw this in Japan. Boy, when we get to that third act, the final fight between T'Challa and Killmonger, Woof. Okay.
And that's my thing. It's like, okay, so
that knocked off so many points.
So I saw this movie like literally damn near a month before it was supposed to come out. And it was the funniest shit ever because we had just started getting on the press list for 3BG at this point, right? Sue was still in Japan. So we would get like the usual email screeners and stuff, right? And I swear to you, it was fucking hilarious. I don't think I told you, Sue, this.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a Tuesday evening. I was at home and we got an email from Allied for the screener. And I'm like, all right, cool. We're going to see it early. It's going to probably be a week and a half, 2 weeks later, or whatever. 10 in the morning showing on a Wednesday.
Mm.
Now, here's the funniest shit. I said, fuck it. I'm going to see this shit. How am I going to pull this off? When I found out where the screener was, I was like 20 minutes away from there where I was working at the time. I said, fuck it. Hey, guys, I got a doctor's appointment. I'll be back. Hauled ass to the fucking theater. Went to go see it. One of 6 people. My initial reaction to the movie, I was smiling ear to ear because I was like, yo, I love this shit. Then 2 weeks later, we got the regular press screening for like kind of like the GoFobo general audience one a week before the movie came out. And me and D saw it.
Normie screening, as I call it.
And me and D saw it. D at that time sat there and felt the same way that you felt and he felt at the time and stuff, except it wasn't on that level, but it was like, yeah, I enjoyed it, but it had issues. I told D during the movie, hey, I already saw this movie like 2 weeks prior. And he was like, motherfucker, you seen the movie? I was like, yeah, I did see it.
No. And Chris goes, and I quote, this is one of the few times I really didn't want to uppercut your ass. Eris, this is how it looked when he told me, yeah, I seen this movie already. Yeah. I felt a little bit betrayed. I don't know why. I have no fucking clue why I felt so betrayed.
Here's the thing.
It's like, he fucking with me. This nigga.
Because here's the thing. That second viewing is where my low-key, my critic sort of viewpoint was coming in on the movie, because it went from when I saw it a month in advance, oh shit, 10 out of 10. This is the best thing ever. Second time,
Marvel did another hit.
I had that moment.
Critics agree.
I had that moment. That's why
Chadwick
I said
Boseman is a revelation.
This is why I say, I thank God COVID shook my ass into reality on a lot of shit. But at the time, I was like, all right, cool. Second viewing is where I was like, okay, whatever excitement that I had the first time, okay, I have issues with certain things from it. So it went from a 10 to like a solid 8. And it's like on a low end of an 8. Think of it like a B-, where it's like, so it was like,
and I can appreciate the B-, Chris.
Yeah, and that's where it hit for me, because it's like, I think because the first time I'm seeing it, because funny enough, prior to us doing this, no bullshit, we had finished the episode of the podcast, and I don't know if it was you, Sue, or D that was on it when we got off. I was like, hey, fucking Black Panther trailer just dropped. Watched it, and I was like, okay, we're here.
That was during what we like, and it's so funny, Chris, because I remember prior to that, and you probably remember this, Prime. There was a lot of hashtagging for this.
Oh, yeah.
Out the yin yang, people was
when the Civil War ended. When is this movie coming?
I mean, even before Civil War,
they wasn't in phase one. There were people that genuinely were pissed he wasn't in phase one. I'm like, wow.
Exactly, and it was strange, but that little rumble is what kept it going. You know what I mean? It's just black people kept it up, because we was going through that time where it's like, okay, like much like black people, much like our parents before us, they had to realize where they came from, their origins of their race and stuff like that. We had that same thing with superheroes during the 2000 and 2010s. Hey, y'all, have any of y'all motherfuckers heard of Cyborg? We was doing that to each other. We was doing a whole lot of that. I bet y'all motherfuckers don't even know who Misty Knight is. You thought I was a porn star, didn't you?
Speaking of that shit, once the woman had said to me, just apropos of nothing, because I think we were talking about, I forgot what we were talking about. We were talking about like a TV show or something. And she looked me dead in my eye and she said, I don't think you realize how privileged you were to like be able to actually like read comics. So like you got to see different characters in, you know, representations of different groups and different things without what they chose to put in adaptations. So like she said, I think that's why you think everybody sounds so weird, because you're just like naturally like used to the shit.
Yeah, that's
fair.
really what it is.
That is fair, because my wife got on me only a little bit with that, because she was like, D, I know why you were like that. Why? Because your daddy raised you with an African stick right up my ass. You fucking right. You don't understand that black people were oppressed by D. That's the shit I'm talking about. So I'm going to have that malaise. And when I see black people going, oh my God. So you mean to tell me that Bishop was actually black? Like, I got to remember, let it go.
I'm assuming.
Let it go. Let them learn. Let them just take it in. Don't karate chop them.
Just assume that they didn't notice the Jerry curl that he was rocking.
Like now it'd be that's what I'm saying. It just
fucking
be basic shit
mullet
like
Jerry
that.
curl.
So y'all know the one thing
back when we had unique hairstyles for black characters that wasn't cornrows and afros, you know.
All of you black women, I said, and I'm calling y'all sisters out on this one.
Which I'm amazed that it looked
take
luxurious.
It looked luxurious. And you know what? So I can't believe I'm about to say this. I can't believe I'm about to say this. I would fucking kill for just a regular face. I would fucking pay good money.
Sir, it looked crazy.
I was so tired of this shit, bro.
Sir, it looked crazy luxurious for the post-apocalyptic time.
Where mutants were
getting that activated from.
That's what I'm saying. Were you getting?
I feel like the future's dry.
Sentinel oil, purely refined, baby.
I'm sorry. Look,
this is this right here. This is no hold on, Eris.
He got the Forge hookup.
No, like what kind of this? Oh, this right here. This is 10W40.
Now, here's my thing. Look. Look. I don't know Prime.
He clean though. He clean.
I don't know Prime if we were following each other on Twitter at the time. But I remember telling D when that Days of Future Past movie was being cast and they had like Omar Sy as Bishop. I'm like, that is the most laziest ass put him in dreadlock shit ever. Give him the fucking mullet, man. If we're gonna go for it, man. Like,
Eris. Hey, Chris, you do realize, and I told you then, Christopher, do you hear all that? You hear that? Those are the black cosplayers saying they have a chance. I'm sick of all you niggas.
Disney, if you're listening, Disney, if I see that fucking braid on Bishop, I'm swinging. I'm driving up there. We're gonna have to talk. I know you're thinking about it.
To the white meat.
Hey, speaking of which, that's a good transition, Prime. Thank you for saying that.
Oh, hold on, real quick, Chris. Can I say one thing? Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
Can I say one thing? All you black women who during the time right during Civil War, when everybody heard Black Panther was going to be in it, shout out to y'all for getting on my last damn nerve going, did y'all know that Storm and T'Challa will come?
I will forever.
That was a wave I thought I would have never have to go through.
I will tell you this.
It happened.
I will tell you this. I remember reading Wizard magazine.
I ain't forgive none of you mother suckers. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I just aged myself for saying that. Wizard magazine.
No, you didn't. Kind of.
For Wizard magazine, when that was the front cover of a Wizard magazine, Reggie Hudlin doing Storm and Black Panther marrying, and that shit hit not only Wizard magazine, it hit BET. It hit all the major outlets because it was like this Storm and Black Panther. You would thought these characters were real in real life. That's how big that shit was.
Ladies and gentlemen at home, I don't think you realize that shit hit the black comic nerd community like crack.
Sir,
yes, it did.
Yes, gentlemen, that
it wasn't Ronald Reagan.
That right there, gentlemen, was the that was the comic book equivalent of Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But do you know what the funny part was? By the time this movie was coming out and they was talking about us, all us real comic fans, y'all don't want them to be a couple again. I don't think.
Here's my thing.
We don't need to go back.
It's also
I remember a lot of us is like,
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real, and this goes into the Black Panther thing. I hate creatively bankrupt ideas from people during this time because you're giving me the most blandest of women that you want to be Storm alongside Chadwick, and it's the most basic ass fucking ideas I have ever seen in my life.
First of all, y'all getting way too ahead of yourselves, because what makes you think that Disney Marvel's going to listen to you?
Thank you.
And even make that a storyline.
You're black. They don't listen to you.
They don't.
Your casting ideas suck, baby.
They barely want your money.
I like that. They
just barely
want your money.
Listen to me. Wesley Snipes does not have the knees to do the shit that you want him to do.
Am I wrong though? Where am I wrong? Where am I wrong?
Prime. You remember? Oh, D remembers this. Okay. Sue, you weren't on Twitter at the time. D remembers this. This is early, but I think this is before your second born. D was still active on Twitter, right? You remember when they sat there and was like, Morris Chestnut and Michael Jai White should be Black Panther, and all of us were like laughing our ass off. Like, first off, Michael Jai White, sure, but he's too fucking old. Morris Chestnut, my nigga.
Morris Chestnut doesn't play villains.
Does he have the knees?
First off. No. Never mind the knees. I don't want to see a Black Panther. Hold on. I don't want to see a gentlemen. I did not want to see a Black Panther with the Boys in the Hood saxophone playing. No bullshit.
But y'all, on some real shit,
playing at that waterfall fight, wasn't it?
Yes,
but do you want to know what I did like? I did like the fact that all the little star casting that people were doing, when they came up to this nigga, this is exactly what he did. Everybody, like nobody wanted to do this. Like everybody that approached it didn't want to do it. And then when it became the hot item, we had people like your boy from what's the name? Your boy from Power.
Oh, fucking Power. Yeah.
What was his name? Omari?
Yeah, Omari, whatever.
I was about to say Amari Hudlin.
I think it was Amari Cooper, I think. Yeah.
Amari Cooper. That's a basketball. That's a football player, nigga. Hartwick is a Hartwick.
Yeah, Amari Harper. Yeah, Amari Harper.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Harper? Whatever the yellow nigga.
Either way, Ghost.
Anyway, whatever. It don't matter. But I remember he
was rumored.
No, he wasn't.
I said rumored.
He was rumored. You remember he said,
"Ain't it cool news?" Told me Omari Harper was going to be.
That was a trying time.
So speaking of ain't it cool? When is that? When's that Buffy reboot happening? Any day now?
Nigga, that Buffy reboot. Yeah. I will be in the casket when that reboot.
There's a production from Rooster Teeth that's going to come out.
Nigga, the Winds of Winter will come out before that fucking Buffy reboot.
The Buffy reboot is going to show up with a de-aged Spike.
I don't know, man. That Batgirl movie might fucking pop on the internet before that.
My nigga,
sir, that would be
Shazam 3 is happening before that fucking.
No, sir,
you have that man hope that he's going to be Shazam.
CJ, you have a higher likelihood. You have a higher likelihood of us seeing the Batgirl work print.
Somebody got it.
That shit gonna come out 6 years from now. And I have this sick feeling halfway through. You know, I'm kind of glad it did came out because it would have fucked up.
I would say this though, like Chadwick being cast at Black Panther, it was definitely a move that nobody saw coming.
Yep.
They never saw it coming. And
I saw a lot of people saying, like, isn't he too good for Black Panther?
I remember that small.
And that's another problem and that's another problem that I have with fandom is that people take away so much autonomy from the actors instead of just trusting the process or just seeing how it plays. Like, I can question, like we always talk about Batman, Michael Keaton. I always feel like you have to like give an actor a shot and see how it plays out before you see it. And part of the reason why, like, I understand people's gripes with both Black Panther is that if you look at his intro in Civil War, like, it was like, oh shit, like this motherfucker can go. Like, see him putting hands on everybody. That was some Black Panther from the comics type shit. Like, Black Panther comes in, fucks up everybody, the show inflects, and that was it.
Also, you got to remember, this was during that time where the little things made people jizz. Remember when Spider-Man's eyes closed a little bit and everybody lost their shit?
I mean,
Same thing.
I mean,
seeing that dude running, everybody like,
oh yeah, seeing Captain America chase after Black Panther, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, he's faster than him."
I mean,
he's black.
Look.
I mean, he's black. He's got the heart-shaped herb, and all of that. The man's in a cat suit.
But no, best line ever. Hawkeye. Hey guy, I'm Hawkeye. I don't care, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't like. All right, bro. And I'm a Hawkeye fan. I was like, hey, Hawkeye. No, he doesn't know you.
Right, look, you know what?
Click. He knows nothing.
I feel like Hawkeye. I really do feel like Hawkeye is just an extra. I
like Hawkeye. Look,
you know what?
I like.
Here's the thing.
Hawkeye.
Yes.
Here's the thing.
Hold on. Which one, Prime? Ronin era Hawkeye or before Ronin Hawkeye?
Call me an edgelord.
Yes, well, I'm sorry. Everything up before hipster Hawkeye.
Hipster. Oh, gee.
Yeah.
I like hipster Hawkeye though.
Ugh, really? Want to be Ollie?
Like I said, I like Ronin.
Really?
Give me Ronin.
Kind of like hipster Hawkeye. Sorry. If I got down to cross by that, I'm fine.
Give me Ronin all day. We could actually do something by we can get like a little side story, kind of like how they did the Punisher. Was it One Last Kill joint?
Hawkeye?
Could we get for Hawkeye? Can we get that story of him being Ronin, where
like his misadventures of killing Cartel and
yes, and Rhodey was all like, "Look, Nat, I know you want me to find him, and after everything I've been seeing, I don't know if I should find him."
Well, because according to media literacy at that time, Hawkeye was racist.
Yo, let's highlight that chat. Like, that's what pissed me off. That's one thing that pissed me off about the suits. Yeah. So I love his suit in Civil War, and I don't necessarily disagree with the suit from the actual Black Panther movie, but what pisses me off, and this thing that Marvel or Disney always fucking does, is where it makes fun of the comic book suit. Fuck you, man. Fuck you, bro.
I think because I think they did that.
I think they did comic book movies do that all the time.
Early on that early phase, they definitely were kind of like
it's like they're really that terrified to give the character their suit. We've seen it with Captain America where it was like a joke. He's like, "Oh man, I can't believe I'm really about to go out here and do this," and he's wearing the suit, but it was for those USO shows.
I mean, I think but that's the other thing too. That's the reason why, when you look at Cap and Avengers, I saw what they were trying to do. They were definitely going very Ultimate Comics Cap, but it's just the execution of it didn't hit right.
Making fun of that 1990 movie.
Yeah, but I think to what Prime was saying, the whole thing of it's not as, to me, it wasn't as egregious as say Singer's X-Men movie where he's like, "You want me in yellow?" And I'm like, "Yes, motherfucker, we want you in the yellow outfit." What the hell? But it's definitely one of those hey, it's kind of crazy, right? And it's
that's what happens when you.
That's fine.
Here's the thing: as much as we all hated Singer doing that, it spoke to the audience that a lot of them don't give a fuck about the source material in that regard. And but what made it funny, at least after phase one, at least midway through phase one, when it came to the costumes of all the characters, it was weird nitpicking to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just at the end of the day, just came out to weird nitpicking to me. There were some that were really good, some that just. What was that junk in Iron Man 3 that people was bitching about? I forgot. It was one of those marks, one of the marks that he had.
Oh, it was one of the suits. They thought the Frankenstein was supposed to be the Hulkbuster or some shit, I think.
And people overdought it and shit like that. Like that crap. Like that. Yeah. I understand. Look, I totally understand this nerds nerding, but when we got a bunch of posers hopping into the chat, adding their motherfucking 2 cents to this shit and having content going out to thousands, feeding them dumb information. That's what it gets crazy.
And that's okay. And this is where I gotta go into this. So one of the things that irked me to what Sue was saying earlier, and Dee was saying earlier, was the conversation surrounding fuck it, like Prime said, Everett Ross, right? People forget, and this is something that came verbatim from Christopher Priest. Everett Ross was a character that was in, I think, the Khazar comic, I believe, and Priest brought him into the Black Panther book. And the whole thing with Everett Ross is he's basically the audience point of view, but by virtue of him being white, it's what his perspective of Black Panther is. And it's like, in the way Priest wrote it, it's like what a white person thinks of Black Panther. So there's going to be a lot of racist undertones to the character. There's going to be a lot of perceptions about what he thinks of that culture. And this movie kind of does that a little bit because when, what's his face was telling Ross, like, what do you know of Wakanda? He's like, third world country, horses, goats, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not what this is. And even the way that they do Ross in this movie, everybody that kept talking about this film was like, why they have to put the white CIA agent to save the day? And I'm like, but that's the character. Like the whole movie, everybody from T'Challa to everybody is like, sure, white man, you're in charge.
That's
cute. And what do you mean save the day? Like, did we watch the same movie? Because that looked like a team effort to me.
Chris, let's be real.
Thank you.
Let's really be real here for a second. Mm-hmm. We all got our disclaimers out and saying, like, listen, we say this with no racial intent or anything, but the character of Ross, while he does exist in the comics and whatnot, because you got to make this a movie and it's Hollywood, you have to put a white face in there somehow. Even though this is an all-star black cast,
it's a black
one white cast must be in this movie, so that they have somebody to identify with.
Yeah. In this case, it was two. Claw.
I don't like that because that's how they talk about us, and that shit pisses me off.
But it's the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, what were you saying?
So, like, and I think we fucking lost the plot along the way. Like, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm about to go into soft. Go ahead.
What were you gonna say, D?
I'm just saying this. White producers are gonna white.
Yeah.
That is my That is my thing. I understand that we want it to be this black thing, and remember when we did the whole Goofy movie thing, and we told everybody straight up, like, I don't know why y'all bouncing at this. Y'all know a white man wrote this, right?
Both songs, by the way.
Both songs, and I was like, I want to see how y'all flex, because most of the shit we love was created by white people, or at least remixed off of something that we made. And white people put it out there, packaged it their way, made it smell their way, and all the rest of that, and sold it to us. Also, yes, we are all victims of shit. So I'm just saying, let's just keep it a buck. There's a white producer here.
Hey D, also, all you blurs out there that like to be gooberish about Tevin Campbell because he sang that song, would you still have that same energy if Disney went with their original plan and went with Bobby Brown?
They would have liked it. What do you think? They would have loved it.
I'm just saying.
No, they wouldn't. No, they didn't. White people would have shut that movie down.
There you go, D.
I can hear his penis pulsating through the sound. Get that jigaboo off the track.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I gotta watch the fucking Mickey Mouse Club and watch Ryan Gosling sing a Jodeci song. But
you have to, Chris.
Yes.
He don't know, but he cried.
We were a proper country. We got away with 4 white guys singing Jodeci on the
First
Disney
of all,
Channel.
J.P. Chazé is from Prince George's County, so at least he got the melody right.
16th black, I guess. I don't know.
1/16th.
He's adjacent nigga, so his name's Chazé. That's close to black.
3 white people and a black. That's what you're saying.
And a lightly toasted brown person.
Octoroon.
It ain't an octoroon. No. JC wishes he was an octoroon.
Let's keep it above that. No. Let's keep it above.
Let's give him a lot of. Don't give him a lot of.
No. I'm gonna keep it. No. I'm just gonna put him in this category. One white passing. There you go.
White passing, yeah. But look, the point is this: we was a proper country when we used to have white people.
But see,
crooning to us.
But that was my thing about Everett Ross. It's like there were people that were our contemporaries, and there were some other folks that, even to this day, they're still tripling down on it. There was like, see, the Hollywood system don't want us to have a black movie and stuff, so we got to put it. I'm like, that's the character from the comic. Like, what? Like,
here's the thing. Do you see what I put down there? It said created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. That fucking pisses me off. But at the same time, it's like
Excelsior.
I love Jack Kirby, so I mean, 10 toes down. You ain't gonna make me hate that white man.
Kirby.
You are not going to make me hate Kirby. You cannot make me hate Kirby.
That man did something.
White man, I'll swing fists for.
Tony Hawk in top 3. Kirby.
Tony Hawk and Jack Kirby.
Tony Hawk, Jack Kirby, and Danny DeVito. Sorry.
Danny DeVito, Larry Bird, Tony Hawk.
Oh, man.
That one fat kid for the Sandlot. All right, I'm being funny. And of course, the whole cast of Mystery Science Theater. Outside of that, y'all white people cooked in these eyes.
One of the Pete's from Pete and Pete.
Thank you. One of the Pete's from Pete and Pete. Thank you.
Yo, this is why I look. People don't realize early Twitter was so goated when that man said when the race war started, that guy killed Tony Hawk and his Nino Brown, and Hawk was like, "Hey man, I appreciate the hesitation.
I appreciate the hesitation."
That tweet was legendary. I saw that shit. And I was
now we really can't kill you, Tony. Now we really can't kill you. Oh man, Kyle Busch just passed away. He was another one down there. I will fight you over some.
But no,
Dale Jr. still alive. I will fight you. Dale Jr. is my nigga. Yeah, I will fight you for him.
Speaking of fighting, we're gonna talk about how the Killmonger haircut had the fucking black community and
can I just chime in just for a hot second?
Yes, Eris, dude with a jerry curl and not dreadlocks. Tell us about how your hairstyle got bombarded by a nigga that's afraid to grow a bush.
Excuse me. First of all, you there, large man. I need you to calm yourself. You are talking to the man who had the DLC of hairstyles over the last. What's up, nigga? I did have dreads, so you
can speak.
Yes.
I didn't let go of this main. I got to actually retwist. This dunk is actually bushy as hell. I hate it right now.
I just wanted to point out that while it was cool when it came out for this movie, personally, it was cute for like a good 2 to 4 months. Once it invaded everything, more like in particular our video games, where you finally got something to go alongside the afro cornrows and baby dreads in in sports games and creative characters and whatnot.
Yeah,
I got so sick of it because it became a personality in almost any game now.
Eris, I got you on this one. Eris, look at me. I got you. I blame all you blue-haired white girls who don't know nigga hair. I blame y'all the most. I blame all of you designers. I blame all of you white designers. And hold on, let's keep it a full stack. I am really saddened that y'all black designers said, that's good enough.
I think you want to know.
You know what the sad part is? That hairstyle only looks good on bitches now.
You want to know an even
then thing? They got to have the right shaped head. That's what y'all did.
Hey D, you want to know something that's even sadder? Much like how a particular word has been just straight snatched, another one gone, by white folks. This haircut is now associated with the wrongly used word woke.
This haircut to me,
I don't hate it, but yeah,
I blame so many black girls that named their son a Darius, Quarius, Arius, or anybody with an Arius on the end of their names. I blame all of you girls.
Look,
I blame all of you white girls with your son named Jaden. You gave him this haircut at least once.
There are certain hairstyles that I don't mind. They're fads, right? fads, fine. I remember when the trailer dropped and they showed this scene in the trailer, and like there was a collective from all the women that lost their shit. Because I'm gonna be real.
I have the papers.
If I'm gonna be real, this movie repackaged Michael B. Jordan to me in a way that, you know how like, and to this day people don't want to admit it. You know how like people were always calling me into this. No. You know how people there was a segment of black women that were saying Russell Wilson was corny as fuck, right? You remember that? Vividly remember that, right?
I know where you're going with this.
Nigga gets with Sierra. He's not corny anymore, right?
I hated that Michael B. Jordan had to hook up with his life partner, Ryan Coogler, for him to get fined for all you black.
And it was like, because women were really, I'm not lying. And if somebody wants to sit there and call me on it, whatever, I don't care. Y'all motherfuckers were calling Michael B. Jordan everything but a child of God in terms of like what you saw as like, is he fine?
He had no fan base until this movie came out. Yeah, there was a
unless you like actors, you would be like, all right, cool.
Unless y'all like actors, cool. Yeah. So here's the thing that killed me.
Michael B. Jordan had to get the Scar power up in the form of Ryan Coogler or a F. Gary Gray directed film.
Yeah,
exactly. And that's the thing that ticked me off so much. And it's not Michael B. Jordan's fault. Let me make this very clear. This is not his fault. No. And especially what happened with Sinners, I am glad for his come up. Oh, yeah. I'm actually glad for his come up. For sure. I am not a fan of his. There's a lot of his acting, even in Sinners, where it's like, oh, shut the fuck up, nigga. like there's a lot of his acting that I still don't like. But like I said, and I told this to my wife, he's at the crossroads for me. Either he is going to turn into Will Smith, where it's like, hey, Mike, we get it. You're trying to get an award. We get it, Mike. So, shut up. We get it, Mike. Or he's going to turn into an actor that's like, you know what, Mike cool as fuck. He's going to actually stack and become a better actor and all the rest of that shit. So he's at a crossroads right now. I don't know what actor he's going to be. But that being said, oh my God, the way y'all backed up, see, L'Oreal a dumb bitch. Yeah, that's right. I would never call him a nerd.
Bullshit.
I had to see y'all get on y'all. Look, Chris, Eris,
no, I did, and you never wore capri pants during high school.
Boy, we had to see you, all y'all women, hop on your knees and go, see, Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors are the black men that we want. It's like all of a sudden, see, we like nerds, and then corny ass niggas who are nerd adjacent go, see, I told you they like this.
so you like, so now
crusty ass up.
So you mean to tell me? You mean to tell me that now what gets your goat is corny, like corniness and black civil rights.
All right, Eris, I am the passed away James Lipton. Eris, your friend Dwayne tells me that you do a good impression of Michael B. Jordan in Creed, telling his girlfriend to sing for him. Will you do that for us right now? Will you do Michael B. Jordan telling his girlfriend, I want you to sing for me?
What is it? What are you talking about, Theo? I want you to sing for me.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't have the mustache.
It kills me every time. He does the puffy cheeks. Yeah.
I can't. I don't have the mustache.
You're not doing it right now because you can nail it.
That being said,
but every time he goes for it, I fall apart.
That being said, I'll say this though. We saying all this about Michael B. Jordan. Let me tell you something.
Oh God,
I love this Killmonger because
I was a corny guy, huh?
Hey,
I was
That
like,
mustache,
It was this. Hold on, it was this face.
I am mad. Chris sitting there kikiing because he's seen the movie before me. I'm like, this corny ass nigga. So you can tell me where this mask come from? Yeah, because I can tell you where it come from. And I'm over there like, I went from this corny nigga to
Yes, sir. This nigga spitting.
Damn, nigga.
Listen,
I became
look.
a kill. I have seen Killmonger in the comics at least 2 times before that. I thought this bitch nigga didn't belong in this movie. Oh, I love this version of Killmonger. It has teeth. I love it.
Here's what I love about it. And this is where I was really feeling some way on how people really interpreted him. What you got with Killmonger was a guy, it's ultimately hurt feelings hurt, right? This country, in his eyes, killed his dad and just left his ass behind. Didn't even fucking give a shit. Right? And so now, like, he's pissed off, like, all right, you know what? Bet I'm just gonna go scorched earth on everybody, but I'm gonna fake like I'm on some militant, we're gonna help the black people type shit just to get in, you know.
And it was weird. And I remember people attacking the movie for it. And here's the funny thing. Killmonger, and guys, please help me if I'm wrong. Wasn't Killmonger basically like, you know, hey, T'Challa, yeah, see me after school, nerd. Was he more like that to me? Like, he always came off like the jock
was very much
money.
like Killmonger was very much like, I can be a better Black Panther than you.
That's what I'm saying. Him and M'Baku had the same thing, but even M'Baku had a little bit more of it. At least Man-Ape had a little bit more of a beat. At least I felt like it.
I was saying, thank you. Thank you for calling him fucking Man-Ape. Thank you.
Thank you.
Fucking thank you.
I could be wrong, but Man-Ape got more of a fucking beef with T'Challa than motherfucking Killmonger. If I'm wrong,
all I'm saying is,
wrong with that. You know,
I told me and D joked about this on Twitter. I was like, D, I get why they changed it, but I felt I'm a man on an island when I was like, I kind of wish they went full Man-Ape with the shit a little bit. That's just me.
I get an argument. Do you know I get no? Here's the thing, Prime. I don't know if you're me.
Put him in the suit. Put him in the goddamn suit. You cowards.
Go for it. Fuck it. Let's go.
I was telling everyone, I like, oh, that's
if you gonna do it with your whole fucking chest. Is all I'm saying.
We was playing. No, it was so funny. Me and my sons were playing Lego Marvel, right? And we was playing, Black Panther's level when you're in Wakanda, and Man-Ape comes down. And I was like, oh shit, M'Baku. Now, my youngest son at the time, he didn't know that. He was like, that's M'Baku? Like, yep, that's M'Baku. He was like, oh, and my mother-in-law goes, so why he looking like a gorilla? Why they call him Man-Ape Man? I don't like that.
On the surface, I'm just gonna say this. On the surface, all right. If you're not somebody that reads comics, you're gonna look at Man-Ape like, the fuck is this? But if you're somebody that reads comics, it's like, all right, cool. Cool. It's like the rhino. It's like the rhino to me, where it's like, so he's a guy in a rhino costume. All right, cool. Fuck.
Pretty much.
Let it ride. Let it ride.
And here's the thing. M'Baku had, not M'Baku, but still, the whole thing to me, really, thank you, dude. It felt like all Killmonger did was that.
Like, you know what? I was just about to say. It really kills me how easily people fall for propaganda when the motherfucker is attractive. Because I have been to like professional academic seminars where people were like, well, Killmonger had a point. No, the fuck he didn't. No, the fuck he didn't.
Here's the thing. Killmonger had what I like to call the charm of a Black Israelite that knows what he's fucking talking about. Black Israelites that know what they're fucking talking about are very sharp people. Yeah, they know they're pretty much the nigga Mormons, but they at least have this idea that they believe in something. You can at least understand where they're coming from. It's dumb. Let me make it very clear, and I have told this to niggas, the smart ones. You do realize that that's not how Black genealogy works. You do realize that, yeah, we probably came from Benin, but nigga, ain't no way in the world you could track. Well, yeah, but here's the thing, brother. And I'm like, I'm a Christian, so I get it.
I'm gonna be real.
So here's my thing. Here's my fucking thing. Here's why I feel like media literacy is a fucking crisis, because like when you're crafting a sympathetic villain, so the whole idea behind that is that you as the viewer, you're supposed to go, oh, I can see how he got there, so I do not excuse his actions. I can see how he personally, because of the events around his life, came to that conclusion. Case in point, Magneto. Case in point, Cobra Commander. Case in point, this Killmonger. And so for people to go, oh, well, he had a point, like he was right. No, the fuck he wasn't. Like, he may have had good intentions, but him down to his core as a character, it was never about that messaging. All that shit was a fucking front. He just wanted to watch shit burn because he was let me check my notes here, a villain. And it fucking boils my blood to hear so many people go, because they're on that fucking pseudo militant bullshit where they're like, he had a point. I'm like, he may have been right in the fact that we have been exploited and that billions of people are suffering, but his solution was to just kill a bunch of children. And I'm like, that's where you lose me. That's where I'm like, you know what? Your point don't mean shit to me.
The good example of that is probably one of the things we love talking about is Gundam. I think I love saying Char was right, but let's just be real. Amuro, you're gonna stop this nigga, right?
My favorite moment. My favorite fucking moment.
But it's like, stop this nigga.
My favorite moment from G-Quux was when he was with Charlie Bull and they had just get the end, and they were talking, and it was like, yeah, so you're gonna take out Cassilia and them. Char was like, yeah. Then like, yeah, we're gonna have new types rule the Earth Spear. And Charlotte was like, I gotta kill this nigga. Like, I gotta take this nigga out because he on that bullshit.
This man literally said, I want to speed up. Char's counterattack was literally, I'm fed up with humanity. I'm going to drop this colony to speed up new type. And I'm like, bro, genocide, bro. That's what we do.
Exactly. Because look, and yes, you can track down to where the ends justify the means. And even in a weird, sick way, we can understand. We can all understand. Yeah, hit the reset button. We can all understand that. But at the end of the day, hey, Shaw, hey, Amuro, get in that damn Gundam.
It's like, here's where it solidified it for me, right? All right, he fights the child at the waterfall, beats him down, which is like the dopest fucking scene ever, man.
Look, there's like 3 scenes in this movie I really love. When motherfucker Sterling K. Brown gets killed, don't ask questions. I just love the setup. Number 2, I love the atmosphere and everything. Don't ask questions.
What did Paradise do to you? What the fuck?
Anyway, but I do like that scene for whatever reason. I kind of like the idea, like, oh, this back in the day, XYZ. Yeah. I don't know why. I just kind of fucking dug it. Yeah. But anyway, but it's the waterfall scene, and it's me going, hey, is that Gary on screen? That's Gary, nigga. What? Seeing that nigga run down the hill, for me, that's a big moment in my life. That's our schoolmate, nigga. So it's like, holy shit, this motherfucker did it. You know, it was that moment too. That's why. That's why this movie means a lot to me. Yeah?
When he said, "Is this your king?" I ain't gonna lie, that shit had me fucking dying. Is this your king?
But Eric, but Chris, remember the old black woman beside me when he threw the child off that waterfall?
What was the reason? What was the reason? I just explained.
This old lady, Prime, this old lady beside me was heated. I always say the best people to sit beside in a wrestling, when you watch wrestling, are people that know it's fake, but they can get on it. They can get with it, and they can fall in love with the dumbness that's going on the screen. And people who, look, I don't know what this stuff is, but I'm a root for the good guy. They are the most fun people to be beside because of shit like that. Hey. She's like, ain't nobody gonna help them. I was like, no, ma'am, they're not gonna help.
Hey, listen.
Like, it's against the tribal rule. He can't.
No, but that's what I loved about like how Michael B. Jordan played Killmonger and how it was written, where it was just like, oh, this motherfucker is fucking cold with it. And that's part of the reason why, like, I know some people aren't big on the show. Like, there were certain, like, that what if episode of what if Killmonger saved like Tony Stark. I was like,
I saw it. It's a man. It's like, I'm not a what if fan though. I can imagine.
Yeah, no, but I get it. But it's just like that character was like fucking like methodical as shit. like cold with it, and that's Killmonger. Like people forget, like T'Challa literally every time he fights Killmonger has to think of a way to beat him. He ain't beating him like strength to strength. That no. Every time they fight,
essentially like kind of like his Bane. I would like that'd be like a good analogy for it.
Yeah, he really is. Like it, like because I told this guy in the group chat, my first interaction with reading Killmonger. This is a real thing that happened. Killmonger beat the dog shit out of T'Challa, and he became Black Panther, and he was with the Avengers.
So you just hop onto the comic where the arch nemesis.
It was that front cover of the Avengers book where it was like he had the fucking cloak and it was like gold and shit. I was like, what is this?
The first Black Panther one I read was a doozy. It was a good one. The Scroll thought it was a really good idea to invade Wakanda. Really nice comic. Good introduction.
It was anything out of Secret Invasion. It was that Black Panther Secret Invasion tie-in.
It's like that was my first Black Panther junk. Storm was in it and everything. It was like, wow, I missed a lot in comics. And when you just started getting me back into comics, and I remember reading that shit. I was like, yeah.
Killmonger was sick with it and stuff. Now, one thing I will say, the final fight with T'Challa and Killmonger could have been stronger.
Womp womp. PS2 game.
Chris, I don't have nothing. I have nothing to tell you. But that was a PS2 game. There was a PS. I don't know what to tell you.
Listen.
I don't know what to tell you.
If you watch it in 4K, it would definitely hurt your soul a little bit.
It just did. Look.
Now, here's the thing. I will watch this over some AI bullshit for sure.
Well, most definitely, because at least this bullshit was crafted by hand.
Yeah.
Though, what kind of pissed me off at the end, like I don't know, especially rewatching it for here. Is when T'Challa was like, we can heal you, and he said no, and he gives like that fucking
Hotep ass fucking
Hotep shit. I would have been like, that's cool, nigga. You're going on trial, right? Like we not.
Yeah, you're going to trial. You're going in the head.
That's cool.
Going in the nigga.
I was about to say he is like the International Council might want to have a word, nigga.
Africans,
Interpol.
Really?
I mean, you kind of choked out. Like the people in here, and like then
you burned all the flowers.
Literally have the tally marks of people you killed on your body, bro. We gotta face some justice there, dog. Sorry about that, boy.
You burned all the herbs.
You know when it was official for me, where I knew people were drinking too much of the sauce of Killmonger. What? They remember with his last words. I want to be in the water. What do you say? In the ocean with my ancestors. Every nigga that wanted that tattooed on their body, I was telling them, and I quote, "You dumb nigga, your ancestor is buried in South Carolina. There's a Wegmans on top of him right now. Let's not do this bullshit." Your ancestor made it to America.
Let me tell you porch monkey something. You darkies, you jigaboos, you'll never understand because
oh my black people. It's weird because I
get the understanding of it, but it's like, come on.
I just feel like I understand how fascism takes over, how easy it is for motherfuckers to get propagandized, because ain't no fucking way. No fucking way, bro.
You see the name. The CIA is at work here. All right.
Like, look. Here's one thing. Killmonger, like, oh yeah. Even when it comes to villains like Killmonger, you want to say they're right and all that. I understand where it comes from, but to me, it really falls on. I think a good example for me is
Brian. Go to hell. Go to fucking hell. Go to hell. Go to fucking
Kwanzaa edition.
For those that don't know, the Bouncer was a game from Square Enix.
Square Enix game that first came on the PlayStation 2.
PS2 launch game.
Amazing.
Dashiki DLCs for all the characters.
30 minutes of gameplay.
DLC bonus day one. Download.
Two brand new tracks by Pharaoh Monch. It's on
30 minutes of gameplay, 5 hours of cinema. 10 out of 10.
Let me tell you something. Here's my thing. When it comes to villains like Killmonger, it feels like good example for me, it would be like somebody on the level of Liquid Snake or like like a Revolver Ocelot.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm doing this for a fucking reason. Yeah. All of this is coming to a fucking reason, because if we don't do this, that will get stopped and this will keep on doing. But but until I get stopped, I'm gonna make money off of this shit. Oh yeah. In order for all this to stop, you're gonna have to kill me. Duh. But I'm making money off this shit until you stop. It's those weird villains where it's like, I know he the villain, but he got a point. Just stop him. All of this ends.
But hey, look. If we're talking media literacy, I'm also told that apparently at the end of this movie, T'Challa gave vibranium to America, and I'm like, where the did you watch this?
What? When the fuck did that happen? This is the same movie where we got this line from all of the Wakandans. We got this line from all of the Wakandans. You mean to tell me somebody scooted off with a duffel bag full of vibranium? Get out of my face, nigga.
Which I'm like, he just got in front of the UN and said, "Hey, bro, we're here. Deal with it. That's it." Like that's literally the end of the movie. Like, P.S. He helps the inner city kids around America.
You know what? Actually,
Chris, what opinions about the movie?
Now when I think about it, here's how it probably went down. Remember after the attack in New York in the first Avengers movie?
Yeah.
Random pieces of alien tech and weaponry just sprinkled all throughout the city.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Life
somebody
is normal.
smashed Thor's hammer in the beginning of the game. You got to find the shards now, Eris.
No. You know what I mean? Because think about it. Spider-Man: Homecoming. Michael
Black Market.
Yeah, basically you just get a bunch of weapons. Like, hey, I heard we found this from the attack.
That's what made and this is the funny. I think again when we talk about Black Panther, that's what made the movie so funny. The people that agree with Killmonger, I was like, hey guys, let's say Killmonger goes through with his plan of weaponing black people all over the world. You know, the Avengers are going to have to make the tough decision to do work on some black folks, right?
And guess what?
You know
Falcon. We're going to need you to go down there and carpet bomb Houston.
No.
Nigga, are you sure?
No. Dude, stop it. See, first of all, you're doing what?
First off, that's Rhodey that's doing that.
No.
Damn right. That's Rhodey.
Both of you, stop it. See, what you two are doing is what Hollywood wants to do.
Race war.
Yes, you two want Hollywood to write that. What I think is going to happen is the Avengers going to tell Rhodey and Falcon, hey, I'm going to need y'all to take the day off. It's like, y'all take the day off.
Steve, they don't need to take the day off.
Like, y'all, no, y'all take the day off.
Why did he take the day off? When they come back here tomorrow, Martin Luther King birthday ain't going to be a thing no more. What do you
look? I'm already sick.
We're already in the process of getting rid of Juneteenth.
Look,
so
look, we already got missiles aimed at Magic City in Atlanta. This is going to be a threat to the Negro.
I'm already sick of
I want you to see it before and after. The bridge to Oakland after.
I'm already sick of niggas that got pissed off because Captain America at the end of Endgame went back in time and didn't save Martin Luther King from getting shot because apparently like that goofy shit. I'm like,
so you want him to not only go back and return the stones, but you also want to go in and create another like another splintering of realities.
And this is where D gets to be bougie. And Marvel, you're not good at that. That's a DC thing.
Even then, I'm looking at DC like,
let me tell y'all a moment.
When Eobard Thawne said, you went back and saved your mom, but you didn't go back and tell Hitler to stay in art school.
Oh no, you had chances, bitch. Mama. You didn't know this. You know that was a ripple effect. You don't know what that is, don't you? You don't.
Boy,
you bitch.
when I heard Thawne say that, I said, "Ooh, that's a good one. That is a good one."
Look, this is why Thawne is the most
points were made by the villain.
Look, this is why Thawne is the goated villain. When I saw that second animated Suicide Squad film, I'm like, how the fuck is Thawne? Of course, Thawne would do that.
This nigga is like vibrating himself to keep himself alive.
I was like, of course he would do that.
Hey man, petty recognizes petty. You gotta
No, that's some petty shit. He gave the middle finger to death and said, "Fuck you." That ain't happening on my
petty. Like pettiness is the final stand perk in Modern Warfare.
Lord,
but nah, man. Like, look, Winston Duke as Man-Ape. Call him Man-Ape. Winston Duke.
He is Man-Ape.
Man-Ape.
I love him. The energy that
I want. No, I told my wife recently too. Nah, I want Duke to show up.
And we kind of
got that. Like, that's never gonna happen. You are never gonna have that black man come down some stairs and doing that, D. That nigga is not gonna embarrass you black men in the rest.
Look, the Jabari tribe is apparently Q's, like, ooh.
They pretty much are.
Yeah.
They're mountain niggas. All they do is sing.
I was supposed to say, you mean the Alpha Q?
Look, all they do is smoke weed and sing rap-a-lot songs.
I ain't gonna lie.
And their food of choice apparently is eating whole carrots.
Hey, listen.
Whole.
I ain't gonna lie.
No. That would have been a good joke. Not bananas. Kill this nigga. Kill this nigga.
D. Oh my D. How geeks and gamer of you.
Look, I think the best scene of that movie.
3BG does not.
That was do not condone those motherfuckers.
When he grabbed quite a yellow flash thing for you to say.
The most nigga.
That was a good one, Eris. That's a good one. That's a good one. Your fucking playlist and algorithm fucked up my algorithm. I don't like Joe Rogan. How's he appearing on my shit?
Hey man, I have to spread the awareness.
Do you know? You know what I'm seeing in my shorts? Whatever. Eris did it.
The Whatever podcast.
I hope when you take a shit, it burned just a little bit every single time.
Yo, that scene.
Maybe the spicy kind where you go like that. I hope it happens to you every time.
When M'Baku literally.
Hey, Chris, real quick. I'm sorry, real quick.
It's not enough to kill Chris, you, and it won't.
Chris,
it just happens.
Chris, the city is D's algorithm. My hands is Mr. X from Streets of Rage.
Over the motherfucking city. D's algorithm has been bit. Soon red pill content and big titty golf girls showing up on this.
Dog,
I know you said I ain't got nothing to do with the big titty golf girls. They just started showing up on my shit. Actually, that's another weird thing. I don't know where they come from. I don't know where they're like. Damn, I'm a look, but I don't know where they started showing up.
Dog, my man M'Baku grabbed that dude and just raised his ass up with one arm. I was like, that is the most nigga ass shit I have ever seen in my fucking life.
M'Baku became the GOAT for me when he said a line that I will forever use against a lot of these liberal arts college majors that like to come in and quote unquote ruin a lot of entertainment with their ideologies. You bald-headed demon.
You bald-headed demon.
That line has forever stayed with me.
No, I swear. Who brought this colonizer? I'm like, thank you.
Why are you speaking?
And look, here's the thing. And the reason why D likes this movie, because there's a lot of moments white people, I know y'all don't like. It makes you cringe, make you feel funny, whatever. That's because that's your ancestor going, why is that coon on top of that throne?
Listen.
And why did he tell that white man to stop talking?
Hey, look.
When you feel that in your soul, that's your grandpappy.
Hey, listen,
going like that nigga has power, and that's why I loved it.
That is like, you know that feeling that you get on the nape of your neck, like Will Byers in Stranger Things.
Yeah,
that is the ghost of your peepaw trying to put that white guilt.
Let's be real. her white ancestors came to her when Killmonger poisoned that coffee. It was like, you feel that? It's death.
Feel his sweet lullaby. Ashy Larry. Ashy Larry. No,
Girl magic. If Killmonger has said that, if that was the time that black girl magic was used as a line, I would never question the MCU ever again.
Here's the thing. Yeah, the MCU, much like Eminem, gotta apologize for me. Yeah, it don't matter to a lot of y'all, but it matter a lot to D. Y'all gonna have to apologize for Samuel Jackson full throat yelling "Black Girl Magic," and the and Monica all of a sudden farted and her powers kicked in. Fuck you, Marvel.
This movie,
you have
awful.
to apologize to D. You're gonna have to. I let a lot of corny shit go.
I need you to apologize for
you
that.
Gotta apologize
for that $300 million budget disaster that you called the Marvel.
That goes into something that I said about this movie, in that, okay, Ryan wrote this movie. The first and second acts are very like personal stories, clearly, because we're watching. I say personal in the sense of like you're seeing like this is the central conflict between what T'Challa and Killmonger are going through, right?
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
And I could tell somebody at Disney and Marvel Studios was like, Ryan, we love all this, but you got to give us some superhero stuff in this movie. And that's where like kind of the third act kind of goes.
Ryan has that same problem in Creed to me.
But it's a little bit
weird. I think he got away with it in the first Creed because it's directed very well in the first Creed.
Yeah.
The second Creed, you can kind of tell, like, you're not good with action, are you, Ryan? He's good at like everything else, isn't he? Like when it comes to drama, slow pace shit, he's great at it. Some fast paced shit he's good at. I'm not gonna knock him for it, but that's not his will. That's not his shit. It's weird, isn't it? But then you look at Sinners, it's like, but this is slower. Way slower. There's more on acting,
and the action is fine here. It's just like because you nailed the Killmonger T'Challa at the waterfall fight. That's a great fight. Fine, even the stuff leading up to it with him in the jungle, and then when he meets Nakia, great scene. Fucking fine.
No, it ain't.
Because it's how dark it is.
No, for one reason. Much like when Catwoman and Batman were talking and she leaves and Batman goes, so that's how it feels. Why are you talking like that? When she shows up, this black, he's all like, shut up.
The line. Then the line.
Do that line again.
Then the line from Shuri. From Okoye.
Did he freeze?
Oh,
did he freeze?
Oh, do it again. Chad, do it again. We'll be here until you get it right. Do it again.
But that's where it's like the third act is where it gets crazy, because it's like you get some dope reveals, like when Killmonger jumps into the the other Black Panther suit. It's like, all right, that's dope and stuff. But then it like when you're bouncing that with the CGI insanity of the final fight, not between Killmonger and T'Challa, because PS3 graphics and all that stuff. Like the stuff with the rhinos and the other tribes, it's just a chaotic, like, okay, they did a good job of showing how chaotic something like that would be, but it just kind of feels like it's just a lot of shit happening all at once.
You want to know what happened?
Feels like a mandatory CGI slop, and I feel like I kind of agree with you. Like the first two halves of the movie were telling a personal story, a personal parallel story, where they were mirroring each other. And I feel like maybe the movie would have done better if that final conflict was on a smaller scale. If it was maybe just T'Challa and Killmonger, maybe an extended, I don't know. Maybe this is the Gundam fan of me. Maybe they should have had that Deals kind of fight at the end there.
No, but you're right, because it's like there's another movie me and Sue watch, Shang-Chi. The moments of Shang-Chi and his and about to say the Mandarin basically fighting, I love that moment. But then when you add in like we got to have a giant dragon, it's like, do we? Because this Shang-Chi and his dad fight is actually pretty good. Like you got something.
We're seeing the rings being used.
Yeah, it's like it's dope. I don't need the giant. Okay, I guess we're getting giant dragons.
Yep,
Cool.
Because it's Chinese, I guess. And
yep, because
yeah.
because
Yeah.
no, and because we got to sell this movie to China. We got to sell China to China.
That's the most Disney shit I've ever heard.
Isn't it?
So gotta sell Nigeria to Nigeria apparently in Black Panthers.
I mean, sure.
But that's the thing, and that's what it's like. That's why it's like I can see what they were trying to do with T'Challa and Killmonger in that third act fight. It's just the execution just didn't hit. You know,
Yeah, it really kind of feels like Ryan kind of maybe it again. I don't know because I wasn't there.
Yeah,
but based on things that I do know and things I have observed, it kind of feels like he just kind of took his hands off the wheel and said, VXS team, y'all take care of that. Stunt team, y'all
like
take
the
care
story. Like I think they had probably a good storyboard for it, for what they wanted.
I guarantee you, the only thing Ryan had was that fucking Hotep speech at the end. That's all he had written down. I guarantee it.
Because it's like there are parts of the fight. Because I think Corridor Crew talked about this fight, and it was like, yeah, if they just made little adjustments here and there, it would actually run smooth. And then when we found out later on, yeah, they poached a good chunk of the VFX team to do Infinity War. Hence why you got what you got.
Who no longer at Disney, by the way. You fucking greedy bitch.
Yeah.
Here's what I think. Here's what I think happened, gentlemen. And again, this is just me tinfoil hat spitballing here. I think Ryan was trying to, drag out as much as he could so that we could eventually get that rumored 4-hour long Coogler cut of Black Panther.
Yeah, I want a Coogler cut just like I wanted a fucking Snyder cut, but hey,
Really?
I don't hate the Snyder cut. But
I said through a lot of things, Ryan. You can keep that wherever that. Put that next to the Schumacher cut. I'm good.
But funny enough, Sue, you're right, because this fault fell into the people don't know what the fuck they're talking about thing, because the amount of goobers that really wanted a 4-hour Black Panther, I'm like, guys,
y'all get one Snyder cut and think that Black Panther had a 4-hour long.
And this is before the Snyder cut he was in the thing at this time. But a good chunk of people were like, hey man, when they say 4 hours, that doesn't mean
the movie already had hella pacing problems. Can you imagine?
Yeah, so it's like, so the thing of it is, it's like, guys, when they film movies, they go all in one film, and the film does total out sometimes to 4 hours, and that's why they have to cut the film down and make it to within the span of time that they do. And a lot of the times it's like alternate versions of that same scene that they filmed.
And sometimes you gotta wait like 35 to 40 years, and then you get the Coda Death of Michael Corleone cut.
Yeah, which I mean, look, this movie ain't Godfather. Let's just be real.
No, but you know what I mean. We're gonna wait.
But that's
like 30 years, and then suddenly we're gonna get like this special cut of the movie.
But it's like watch a 4-hour Black Panther movie would probably not be good. Because what do you want out of 4 hours? Wow.
See, but here, well, I'll say this. I don't mind it when it's an option. Like if you're selling this movie for like the 50th time, and they say this version that we're releasing comes with the director's cut, as well.
Yeah, but that's provided if there even is a director's cut, and that was the problem too. Is that there's a Coogler cut? I'm like, guys, that's not a cut. He just said what they had for the things they filmed from the movie was 4 hours. It doesn't mean the movie was going to be 4 hours. It's just
it just means that there's a lot of stuff in there that you're gonna sit back and go, oh my god, what happened to the pacing of this movie?
Yeah, and I mean that's the thing too. It's like, to Prime's point, the whole thing with the pacing issues and stuff, when you watch it again, it's like, okay, they could have trimmed certain scenes down that would have still moved the movie at a pretty good pace and stuff. Like you didn't have to linger in this scene for too long, or you didn't have, those kind of those moments.
Because did we really need that extended James Bond sequence?
We didn't. I personally would have liked to see more of Killmonger's reign of trying to do do things like, hey, could we have actually gotten a cut of him putting vibranium in inner cities? Could we have gotten that?
But that was the thing too,
because obviously, apparently, seeing how it's apparent that he did it in, through somewhere in this movie, I'm like, yeah, it's true, because you see Killmonger has the power of fast travel.
I mean, takes a plane to Wakanda, drags it in, and all.
Oh no! See, this fast travel is video game logic. There is no plane. He just pointed on the map, and there he was.
Look, I mean, but that's it's just how it is.
Well, he had visited that point before, so he unlocked it on the map, so he can just open the screen and press the little wing button.
He can go right back.
I mean,
go to your last save point.
I mean, hey, but I will. The thing about this movie too is it really highlights something here, and this kind of goes into how much of a legacy this movie cemented. Real talk, we never had a actual legit black blockbuster tentpole movie like ever, right? Like we may have like black actors that headline a tentpole movie like Will Smith in Independence Day, Men in Black, that kind of stuff, but they weren't like black movies in that way. And then you get Black Panther coming out, and it's like, yeah, two white people aside, this is a black ass fucking tentpole blockbuster film. This is like, and for it to do the business that it did, there was this sort of like groundswell. Because funny enough, shout out to our boy Gary, he's a stuntman. That was the same time period that there was a very all hands on deck. Because guess what, Luke Cage came out around the same time. Oh, you're muted, D.
Yeah, my bad. It's a very short list. The list is straight out of Compton, 200 million.
Okay.
Get Out is 255 million. Creed 3, 275 million. Bad Boys, Ride or Die, 404 million. Bad Boys for Life, 426 million. Coming to America, the original one, 350 million. Then it's Wakanda Forever at 859 million, and Black Panther is over $1 billion. 1.3, yes. So this is the technically the greatest, the top grossing black movie of all time. There's no way of getting around it.
I hate to be that guy. But of that list, how many of them had white hands on them? I mean, not to be that guy,
Bad Boys. I mean, Bad Boys.
Straight Out of Compton had a black director at least.
Yeah.
Get Out.
Director.
Out. I hate to be this person. Needed white people to get it to where it was at.
Yeah.
I hate to be that person.
Yeah.
Creed was still going off the Rocky series. You can't count that. And then you got Bad Boys, and that's Michael Bay and Jerry Bruckheimer.
So
that being said, those are two lead black men. I will at least give it that. I don't know.
So I have a question. Of that 1.3 billion, how much of that actually went to Disney?
I don't know.
No. I'm not asking you directly, D, because you think about it. You know how every time we always say, "Oh, these movies, they made budget, or they made this budget back." No, it didn't. A lot of that goes into the marketing, the movie theaters, because they're gonna get their cut.
No, they made the money off it because
there ain't no way in the world.
No. I know they made.
No, they made actual profit off this film.
I know that they did, but I'm saying out of that 1.3, like the actual take home. I'm talking about,
like it's called like that's what I'm saying. Because the movie made a lot of money, even when you take all that out, they still cleared like $1 billion, or a little under $1 billion. They still got like $900 and something million out of it. When the dust settled on all.
Wait a minute, 900 million, or is it $1 billion, Chris?
No, I'm saying it's 900 million.
Yeah, but you said it's clear.
I'm saying they cleared.
I'm actually confused at the question you're kind of getting at.
No, because he's saying as though Disney didn't make any money. I'm like, they did.
I didn't say they didn't make money. I just said how much.
Are you asking for what was the true net value?
Yeah,
they got out of that. I don't fucking know. They don't give that out.
They knows, but I mean, if
because they only give us a line that it has to make that much in order for it to make it. Back then in 2018, I don't know what would be
but the only time they ever broke it down, somebody broke it down during this. I don't know if any of y'all saw it when somebody tweeted it out, but it was right when Rise of Skywalker came out, and everybody, understandably so, kind of definitely didn't like that fucking movie. But it was all these goofy chuds that were like, "Oh man, see, Rise of Skywalker didn't make any money, right?" Even though it cleared like $1 billion or a little over $1 billion, right? And there was somebody that tweeted out like the line item in terms of how much profit Disney got off of Rise of Skywalker after all the money was coming up, and basically like,
provided that number was actually real.
No, it was real. It was actually like hardline. Hey, this is where the money went to. This is how much Disney gets out of it. Blah blah blah. But basically,
okay,
Disney cleared $800 million when the dust was settled on Rise of Skywalker.
Here's my thing as a fan and as a critic and as a reviewer. When I hear a lot of times hear people talk about like box office takes, here's me with my hand in the bag. Am I getting any?
Thank you.
No,
that's the other part. It's
too much
of people. It's too much of people like, and this is why I'm kind of glad in a weird way that things are changing on that, because it's too much of people using it as some sort of litmus test as a gotcha on people. And it's like
that part, CJ.
It's the ratings.
That's what it is.
They use that in Rotten Tomatoes as a litmus test of how good your whole movie is.
And we all know that you can't trust the RT.
But we're fucking movie critics. Don't trust us.
But here's the thing too.
Don't you dare trust us for everything.
But
listen.
That's what I'm saying. It goes into how people kind of talk about that, because like I said, us seeing the conversation surround Black Panther after this movie dropped and the dust settled with a lot of other folks, instead of us just having a conversation in an honest way about like how we really truly felt about the movie, to what Dee was saying, like take your blackness off of it, what is the movie really like, it started turning into this weird sort of like, so you're trying to say that this person is not as Black because they just said, hey, this movie could have been a little bit better on certain things, yada, yada, yada. Well, it's perfect. I'm like, it's not a perfect movie, and I like the film.
No such thing. There's no such thing as a perfect movie.
This is what they did. People did what they always did. And real quick, people do what they always did. And real quick, Eris, your answer is actually that the movie made back $476 million.
Okay, thank you.
It had to the break off point of this movie was 400 million. It had to make 400 million. It cost 200 to make it, so they had to make 200 because usually it goes double of what it costs to make it. So yeah, they had to do that. But anyway, back to what I was saying. People do what people always do. They start wrapping their personality and a lot of their politics around certain things, I will say inanimate things. Good example of that is the biggest thing that is a part of all of our lives, whether you want it or not. Religion is one of those things. People just wrap their whole personality around it and become that thing. And the same thing when it comes to comic book movies, and not even comic book movies, but comic book characters,
movies in general.
But movies in general too. I am old enough to remember the old white women that wrapped their whole personality around that movie, Fried Green Tomatoes, and I'm not fucking lying to you. You will be surprised at people that have parasocial
traveling pants movie. They were on there.
Oh, the traveling pants movie was the same way too. Just white women shit. The vagina monologue. No, Magnolia. What the fuck, white people? But anyway, my thing is that people will have these weird parasocial relationships with not just the movies, but not just the characters, but the movies themselves. And combining all of that, let's guess what was dying at this point, but it was still during its height. DC versus Marvel. And people embodied what their favorite character was during that time. And all of you, and DC says this with love and no hate. All of you retards got on my last nerve. Each and every one of you made my head hurt. I love Batman and DC Comics. What the fuck you mean I can't talk about Spider-Man because I like Batman? I made it through WCW and WWF. I'm not doing this shit again. I made it through Super Nintendo and Genesis. You are not doing this to me. And it drained the life out of me, young. I hated this time, bro.
So I don't want to be an armchair soccer analyst. So what gets me about the way that a lot of people talk about movies is kind of a little bit of what you were saying, D, about how people wrap up their identities and things that they like. And so when we talk about art, and I'm trying to train myself to stop calling shit content because it's not content, it's art.
It's not.
So when people talk about art,
Yeah.
Art is very subjective. So like I can say I like this, and I can say why I like this for X, Y, and Z reason. You can say you dislike this for X, Y, and Z reasons.
Exactly.
Rarely do those two things like line up because again, it's subjective, it's personal to each one of us.
Yeah.
The one thing that is not subjective is we can say, well, this movie made X, Y, and Z money, or this movie had X, Y, and Z rated on X, Y, and Z site. And so then for some reason, because those things are observable numbers, those are things that have metrics to them, people then started attributing their own value to those numbers, thinking that those numbers meant something to the art when that's something that is outside of the art itself. And then it was, as you were saying, when people were taking that us versus them mentality with shit and then combining all that, it really turned a lot of discussion around art extremely fucking toxic, nescient, and fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Those are the perfect words for it, because it becomes, you melt down the art to this putty of, well, Superman can run faster because he can do this and do that. And it turns into Phil and Leo arguing over a blanket, and it's like, shut up.
And that's
exactly
the thing.
Exactly. And for some reason, people get like real personal, like especially when something that they like. When you say, "Well, I don't like it," they go, "Well, how come you didn't like it? It's the most perfectest thing ever because I like it." And I'm like, I just didn't like it because it's my reasons I didn't like it. Like that's not an attack on you, and I don't know why the fuck you're taking it that personal.
Now, don't get it twisted though. I did feel that there were some people that were being very like disingenuous with their hate because they wanted to be different, and I fucking
hell yeah,
I hated that shit more because it's like because you're diluting.
There's always gonna be some, always
because it dilutes the conversation pool in a way where it turns into that us versus them, and why don't you? Because it's like we can have a conversation on what we did and didn't like about the movie, but don't insult my intelligence in the process. Like don't do that.
Don't sit here and tell me, like, here's the thing. I can understand why I let it go for Black Panther was because you can just look around the world and what it meant to Black people just to see. Yeah. So there's not a lot of yuck. I'm not going to yuck up anything for a lot of people. But like you said again, don't insult my intelligence. You saw that train scene.
But not even that.
Look me in my eye and say 10-10, no notes. Really, nigga?
No, but it's not even that. I'm not even talking about because there's certain things you expect, like, okay, I get people are excited, they're gonna be hyped. Because trust me, I will be in that same boat on certain movies. Like I'm one of those people that like I adore
street errors, you know.
I adored the fuck out of that first Captain America movie in ways that like, yo, this is fucking 10 out of 10. I mean, it still is 10 out of 10 because it's fucking Captain America. It's the guy that did Rocketeer. Like, come on. But the point is, I expect people are going to get overhyped and think it's something out of 10 out of 10. It's the ones that, okay, let's critique the movie. Cool. And then you're saying the most like, that didn't happen in the movie type fucking critique. And I'm like, so now I have to argue with you on how fucking wrong you are and defend the movie now in ways that I'm like, I wasn't trying to. Why?
The best thing that happened,
Chris, what ends up happening is you end up fighting them ghosts on Twitter.
The best thing that happened during this time when it came to critics to me was a lot of them, and I'm one of them, we had to mature. We had to learn that being cynical sounds like you're coming out of your ass sometimes when you have no fucking point. And if you are going to dick ride, you better at least have a level of reality to you. Like you can't just be, this was a white knuckle thrill ride to every single thing you see. You just can't be, this was the worst thing ever. First off, why was she covered up? They just want women to stay non-attractive. It's like you're going to be one of the two.
But there's also
and it sucks.
But there's also
and here's the worst, Eric. Yeah. The worst part of this is
Wakanda, more like Wakanda. This is just
and I say this because there's a bunch of us doing this that don't have degrees, or like me that want to go back to school so they can have the degrees for this shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. I understand that shit. But while we don't have the degrees, we have to fucking check ourselves. If we're going to be these people like that, we have to check ourselves, because Right now, the goal is to be, all right, my name is David McAllister, and I'm here live at the new blah, blah, blah. That's the goal. Or the other goal is, first off, DEI has ruined all comics, all right? And also, while I'm at it, Kathleen Kennedy, suck my cock. Now, let's talk about women and how they suck in video games.
And this is the other one.
And those are the goals, Chris.
No, but there's the other one. There's a third one, and this is something that I saw very prevalent because phase 1, 2, and 3 of Marvel really created these segments of folks. And these were the cynical cinephiles. You know, the ones that very much feel like Marvel Studios is ruining cinema. And I'm like, how is it their fault that these other studios are stupid in how they run their business?
Okay.
And I hated those folks because it's like
okay, good example. Remember the people that legit didn't like Akosha and they had real fucking gripes, but they all got pushed to the side because there was 4 white boys that said they didn't like braids, and that just made everybody mad, and it just covered up all the people that had like, no, the show wasn't good because of XYZ. It's not a part of the lore. I'm not knocking what they did. It's just not that great. Shut up. You don't like women. So I hate that. That's what it created too. This weird morality with it too. It's like, yo,
it's so insane. Like, did you see that shit where somebody had asked me on Twitter? Like, I had just saw fucking Birds of Prey, and they were like, should I see this movie? And I was like, well, if you like Harley Quinn and Suicide Squad, yeah, but if you didn't, like, you can wait. And some fucking blue hair hot is going, well, you're just a misogynist that hate women. Whoa.
Let's stop.
The fuck, nigga?
Because they're and that was the other thing too. It's like you don't have to.
Then you come across, but then you. Sorry, Chris. I was just gonna say, but then, what if that same blue hair came across somebody, and they said, you know, everything that they just said, and their response is, okay, what if I am? What's your next move?
No risk, no reward.
I dare.
They do that all the time. It just become white people noises. A fat piece of non-seasoned.
but that's the other thing too. That's
some undercooked noodles.
And that's what I'm saying. It's just,
but that's what I mean. I want
mayonnaise slapping on crackers. All right.
Thank you.
But that was the other thing too.
White sheets of paper tumbling over. That's what it sounds like.
And that's why I felt it was so weird and I think that's kind of like where I feel like I understand now where the online space is in a way that it's like, okay, you're going to have to find people that actually is going to have a reasonable conversation, because you're just going to get so many people that want to push more of a I want to get likes on social media kind of agenda than having a conversation. And it's like, and that's what just kind of made it weird. And there's also the weird segment of folks that
you said the cinephiles. Yeah. And it's amazing that one of them who started all this shit, because I agree with you. I think saturation of one genre in fucking Hollywood is fucking damaging. And that's the reason why a lot of the stain that the MCU had evaporated by the time they got to phase 4, in my opinion. I knew this was going to come. Now, that being said, you then said AI is going to work. You know what, Martin Scorsese, fuck you. Oh my God, you know
what? I have a conspiracy theory. I think he's just saying that shit because he's tired of Marvel. He wants the shit to burn. He's like, you know what? I'm crashing this ship. No survivors.
This man was in a Star Wars movie.
That is the most boomer thing he could do too. That is the most boomer thing he could do.
That was the shit.
Take the wheel and go into the crowd. You're right.
I hated the fact that I was always of the school of thought that I liked what Marvel Studios is doing. They were unique because they're the only studios that they're in the business of just making comic book movies. So they're in their little corner, right? Especially when we knew in phase 1, the greater Hollywood was looking at the MCU like, this bullshit ain't gonna fucking work. So let's go back to what we're doing. And as soon as Avengers made $1.5 billion, every other goofy studio tried to mimic Marvel Studios, and it fucked everything up. And like you look at them trying to do the Universal Dark Universe, saw how that shit crashed and burned. And it's and that's why I kind of understand people feeling jaded.
If I had a time machine,
just being very jaded about like
time.
What do you say?
Because if I had a time machine,
I mean, but that's the thing, and that's the thing. It's like, it's like I get
this
people
shit gotta go.
It's like I get why people felt jaded on the MCU and shit and stuff. But I was like, guys, is your problem the MCU, or is it just the fact that the Hollywood system, all these Hollywood studios are mimicking the MCU? Because it came off way more like, oh, you're pissed off that every other studio thought they could be the MCU and it ruined movies for you, which I get.
Well, CJ, what if my problem is all of it
for you? And I feel like two things can be true. Like, what if it's all of it?
Because it's like one studio isn't like at fault for every other studio just mimicking, because it's capitalism. Let's just be real. That's all it is. At the end of the day, it's fucking pure capitalism. It's like, oh, this studio made a lot of money, so I want to make a lot of money too. And it's like, guys, you learned the wrong lessons from this.
But you're not good at it. You're not good at it.
I'm gonna piggyback off you. Ahsoka needed the fight choreographer from the Kenobi. Yeah. I would say all those shows needed the fight choreography from the Acolyte, and they all needed the writers from Andor.
Like I said, you're not good at it.
And that's the thing. And that's why, like, it's like funny how where Black Panther kind of sits at, it was sitting right at the end of the MCU going in Infinity War and Endgame. And it kind of encapsulated what was happening at that point. And like I said, once you get to the future, it's kind of like, yeah. And maybe this is, and I mean, let's be real. The MCU is literally like any franchise in our lifetime. They're going to go through different ebbs and flows. So if the MCU has to be on the downturn, okay, that's just what the fuck it is. Because shit ain't going to be on top all the whole time. Come on.
They need to find a way out of that valley real quick.
I mean, look. All of us in here were alive when Turtles was at its lowest of low point with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. Woof. Okay.
Turtles 3 was a cash grab, and you're
and because time is a circle. And because time is a circle, we're right back there.
First, your highlight from that was it's hammer time.
I mean,
that's my favorite go back to moment for Turtles 3. You couldn't name a single other thing, like single other moment from that movie, except for it's hammer time.
Sue, unlike the folks that claim to watch Yu Yu Hakusho and only know the opening theme, at least I remember Turtles 3. At least I can remember some stuff from that movie.
Chris, I'm pointing directly below. That right there is hell, and that's where the bar is, okay? It's down there.
Us refined Ninja Turtles fan knows it for one reason.
It's like Elvis in Hawaii.
Us real Ninja Turtles fans know about that.
See, this is why
unwashed coons.
See, this is why AI sucks. See, this is why AI sucks, because AI would never write that fucking line. That's a human being that said, fuck it. Cowabunga it is. We're gonna have Master Splinter say this shit.
A Gen X line.
I gotta respect the writing skills on that.
But you know what? I accept Gen X writing over current millennial writing.
Yep. Just two white guys in a room, two lines of cocaine, and they got a weekend.
That's it.
We ain't got to get a whole room of writers. They gonna hammer out. Okay. You just told us Pauly Shore and Stephen Baldwin, dude. We got a whole fucking movie, man. So they're in the army, right?
I will say this though.
That's what I'm saying. 90s writing kicks our ass.
If we're talking about, if we're talking about another legacy of this movie, so right around the time this movie was coming out, Marvel decided, because synergy and stuff, Ta-Nehisi Coates was doing Black Panther around this same time as well. And it was one of those things where it's kind of a wear for better or worse, because much like how Ryan Coogler did Black Panther and they Marvel wanted him for all these different projects, and he was getting stretched all the way. Ta-Nehisi Coates kind of suffered that same thing where it's like, okay, Coach, you did a really good starting point on Black Panther. We need you to do the crew. And I'm like, okay, all right. And then he did a Wakanda book, and then it's like, y'all got this man doing everything, and he only did just like he just started on the first arc of a book.
I always felt that was just I feel like he didn't say no, but also it felt like that was under his contract. I don't know.
I don't know. It was strange,
like
man.
It was a combination of two. You could have just said no, nigga.
Hey, look, man, it's like this.
I mean, hey, look, don't get mad at him. Coates really thought he had E85 in the tank.
I mean,
look. He had books. They ain't got shit to do about a dude in a cat suit. He had real shit to talk about economic reasons with black people in this country.
There's a reason why Coates had to get the fuck off Twitter around that same time, because like he was interacting with fans and getting into arguments with folks and people that didn't like the book. I'm like, Coates, just write the book. Just go. And I'm glad he just said fucking deactivated Twitter, because I was like, come on.
Could you imagine Coates dealing with like current year Twitter?
No, he was dealing with his own black folks.
He got approached by so many white women telling him, why are you so afraid to put white faces in Black Panther? What the I'm playing. They went to this nigga and started asking him stupid questions and telling him to do stupid things. I hated it so much for he had to go. It was one of the things like, bro, we need you doing something else. We need you doing something else.
Doggone, you got rid of it. Never mind.
What was it? What was it?
I was looking for the Michael Jackson and the Cardigan laughing.
Oh my god, I had that shit. There you go. Yeah. All right. Just one thing. Just one thing. I mean, did we talk about this dude? Did we talk about? Did anybody talk about how
the strength of the Black Panther?
Thank you. This is the one thing I have to say, and it's like the only real thing I have to tell. What's with these accents? It's like they all from a different part of Africa.
Hey, look, Forrest. I saw you.
It's like they're all from different parts of Africa, and those different parts of Africa are in America.
You see, that symbolizes the 5 tribes coming together in the diaspora of the black people of Africa, united under one nation.
I would. You know what, Prime? If one person had like a Swahili, that was like talking like Swahili, one nigga was like Ladamertz, like a Jamaican nigga. You got one nigga from like Detroit or something.
That's what the Wakanda Council was.
Nigga, look, you let Wilson. No, Wilson Duke's American. But you know what I mean. You get out, nigga. Daniel Kaluuya. Yeah, let him use his British accent. If we did some Tekken shit where everybody was bilingual, that would have fucking rocked. Yeah, it would have made no sense for Wakanda, but they all speaking black, or they're speaking some type of Creole. That would have worked to me. I'm just saying, but whatever.
I would like to point out that during the tailgate parties and and the rollout for this movie,
they called it family reunions.
Yeah, the family reunions, the cookout, whatever. Yeah, the family reunions, the cookout, blackety black stuff, whatever. My thing is, everybody that came together, whether they wanted to dress up as, like members of Wakanda or just straight up Africa, or let's be real, y'all really just thought that y'all was just invited, that this was a legit cookout and we all family to Cut and Pete, right? Y'all showed up like y'all was members of Zamunda.
Yeah, there was a lot of that was
part of the diaspora.
Y'all forced
it is part of the diaspora.
Y'all forced that crossover so hard.
Eris, look,
enjoyable.
Eris, if we can cross that Zanzibar land is a real place, and that during Iron Eagle, Master Miller saved Lou Gossett Jr. If we could do all that connection to, by God, son, what is keeping us as black people from not having that same?
First of all, D, you don't believe that. And if you really do believe that, I got some radical weaponry on Rygol 7 to sell you, okay?
The Eris, that's not going to be there because the Saiyans took over them because they had what I believe this scientist made. They say a scientist made it.
The power of a dirty sand and a lab coat and a clipboard.
Tune in next time on the misadventures of Nappa and Vegeta.
Boy, can you imagine that shit? Man, we getting our shit raw. Here come Barter. I got something for y'all fuck niggas.
You sure that wasn't Killmonger when he's giving? You sure that wasn't?
Wait real quick. I got something for y'all.
You sure that wasn't Killmonger when he was giving the niggas giving the Bloods and Crips fucking Wakanda weaponry and shit?
That was funny. That's hilarious.
He showed up like
I like how. Hold on, real quick. I like how Killmonger just took over Wakanda. It became the Penguin. I fucking love it. I fucking love it.
So he shows up like it's a a tiny desk concert, and he's on that usher. Watch this. It's like about to drop. I'm dropping Wakanda weapons and giving it both to the Bloods and Crips. This man is the Wakanda version of Anaheim Electronics, and I love it.
This nigga taking pictures with Pyrus, handing these niggas vibranium shit.
Hey, listen. Nick Fury just gonna be like. My hands are tied, bro. That's Wakanda. What the fuck you want me to do?
Killmonger really, really tried to be Anaheim Electronics.
Killmonger took too long. He had 4 spots to go to: Detroit, Oakland, Louisiana, and Philadelphia. It would have spread. Don't worry. When niggas get you know what it's gonna be? This is vibranium. Man, shit, my cousin can make this. Let it get the niggas in the South that been welding 64 years old over. He was
that was one of the things that I had to laugh because that was a more funny conversation when somebody was like, hey, so yo, Eric, the Avengers and and other people ain't gonna really just sit back. You think Captain America gonna sit back drinking his fucking unseasoned tea and just being like, all right, cool.
This is where I got into
Killmonger's like, oh damn, you're right. It's not an X-Men book. Fuck.
Me and my cousin. Thank you for that. Is that an X-Men book, nigga? Yeah, it ain't just like look, let them deal with it. This ain't the FBI going, what's going on in the ghetto? Okay, sure.
Time out for a second. I want people to understand. That event where it was bashing the Sentinels versus the X-Men on Alcatraz and how Iron Man, Reed, and them were like, I think they got it. They got it, right?
Boy,
good, right?
That was so funny. They on the fucking Golden Gate Bridge fighting. Here's Steve. Why we show up so late? No. I hate who the fuck drew. Jim Lee didn't draw. I forgot who drew that whole shit. But they had that pose where Captain America was looking over the rubble like, my God, what's going on? Nigga, take your late ass home. Here come Reed. Wow, the mutants must really had a problem. So y'all just let them. There's a trail of dead mutants.
To be fair, D.
Why we showed up late?
To be fair, D.
Turn to Janet. Why did we show up late? Editorial.
To be fair, D. Cyclops did kind of look at the Avengers and told them to go fuck themselves. So
first off,
rightfully so.
First off, Scott in that whole book, he told Logan that one weird that wasn't Professor X, was it? That wasn't Xavier.
Dr. Nemesis.
That was Dr. Nemesis. He told Dr. Nemesis. He told the one I forgot who else he told. He told like 4 or 5 people, including Steve Rogers, ride a dick. I'm in charge. No. I like when he did that to Wolverine. Wolverine, like, you got it, bud. Hey, look. You told me to kill them folk. I did it for you, nigga.
Hey, to be fair,
remember he told Weapon X to go do that, and he got mad at Logan again. Logan like, I'm gonna kill him. Fuck you though.
That man Scott was what about to Logan? Like after Messiah Complex, he's like, Hey, so Logan, X-Force is back. The fuck you talking about? I thought we were done. You're back.
Hey,
Already
get that black nigga. Get that black suit again.
That man said, I already taught the Laura she's in. And it's like, the fuck?
The Blackbird is already humming. Get your ass to the
Warpath said, I'm in.
Warpath already doing push-ups in the back, nigga. He ready. I suggest you get out there. Be out there at 200 hours. Oh God. Put in them little red contacts y'all be using.
Oh man. Nah. Golly, man.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
This movie, man. But nah, I think ultimately the legacy of this movie is going to be good. And like I said, I think if people are really honest with themselves, they can kind of talk about the sort of highs and lows and stuff and really kind of take sort of an understanding of just the significance of it, but just also how much it did kind of tee up even the shit that we see now. You know,
I feel that there was a lot, just the good outweighed all the bad with this for me.
Oh yeah,
and I had, like I said,
Cyclops wears Timberlands, black.
Yep.
Timberlands. Let's talk about that for one quick second, though.
Yeah.
Like, you can really tell people who read comics and people who don't by how they talk about Cyclops. It's like, oh, he's just a corn-fed white boy. You have never read an X-Men comic book in your life. You have never picked up an X-Men comic book in your entire life.
I'm so sick of how prissy he is. I keep telling my wife says that constantly, like, baby. I keep on telling you, the Cyclops has had so many more. That don't count, nigga. That's the comics. That's the only thing that actually supposed to. My wife does it on purpose, by the way. She just really don't want to get
the only thing that's supposed to count.
She really don't want to get that nigga his powers, yeah.
Oh my God, man. But nah, it's just I think that's really what it comes down to. It's just, like I said, people just, talk about it and just really see the impact. Because like I said, at the end of the day, it did a lot for folks. And like I said, it's a shame that I will appreciate that Disney said, all right, you know what? We're going to give Ryan Coogler a shot at this. Because they could have rested on their laurels and just got a veteran black director to do this and just did whatever. But I appreciated that this movie did have a lot of people black behind the scenes and in front of the scenes in a way that you had to. Because I don't think you could get a white person to kind of do certain intricate stuff that you needed a black hand in and stuff. Because even if you do get a white person doing it, it ain't gonna have that. It ain't gonna hit the same as when you have a black person kind of at the helm on certain things.
Much like what was that movie that we was talking about? It was actually Malcolm X.
Yeah.
When they wanted I forgot the other Jewison to do the movie.
Yeah.
And Jewison himself was like, I think you should get this to Spike Lee.
Yeah, like
every now and then, white Hollywood themselves is like, whoa. It's a little bit too black. Get a black person to do this.
Yeah, like and so I mean, look,
I think we might fuck this one up. Give this to a black person.
And Coogler,
if it's bad, look, if it's bad, we act like we had nothing to do with it, and that's what they do. We know the jig, Hollywood. We ain't stupid.
But I do appreciate this movie did kind of put Ryan Coogler on in a way that set him on his path of putting him in a position that we see with Sinners in a significant way. Because doing this type of movie with Black Panther, it raised certain directors' cachet that were starting out. Like, good example of that, another person who was also on the come up right around with Coogler, Chloe Zhao. Chloe Zhao did Eternals. Feel how you feel about Eternals is whatever, but it opened a lot of doors for her in a significant way to where now her and Coogler got two movies. Their movies were going back to back for Best Picture at the Oscars recently. And that's because of just the opportunity to do a big blockbuster that kind of turned heads in ways that made people like, hey, maybe we need to pay attention to this director that probably if they never did these movies, they would have got ignored.
I thank God that at that same time, that's when Gary F. Gray was actually finally getting his every white, at least white folk were finally recognizing who he was. Now, yeah, granted, he was on one of the directors that got on for Fast and Furious.
Yeah,
I mean the Fast series. He was on
Fast 8.
It was Fast 8, right? Yeah,
Fast 8.
Yeah. he was on that, and of course he did Straight Outta Compton, and finally it just got around to where he got a recognized name. Here's the sick part. At least for him, he had to wait a little bit longer for one main reason. It wouldn't be until about, I would say probably a little bit, not too long ago, the consensus was Friday. Oh, that's an American classic. Like, no, flat out, directors look at that movie and being told how you pace your movie and all the rest of that. Even the normal camera work that he did, which wasn't hot camera work, it was all solid. All of that shit is studied by people, and it's and everybody considered it one of the greatest American movies ever made. And yeah, granted, it probably didn't really get that notoriety until almost 30 years later. But that's what put Ryan Coogler over. He always had constant success. And the same thing for Ryan. I think he just got lucky that this was $1 billion movie.
Oh, yeah, that raised his cash.
Because he was on Creed, I think he was already on that road anyway. This just threw him over. You know what I mean? This just clearly threw him over. Only thing I will say about Ryan is I don't think he's that great. But I will not take away from that scene in Creed where you're going into the locker room, you circling them two, they're having a little speech, they go out to the ring, all one. Oh, fuck you. I love that.
Yeah. I mean,
like Ryan, that was one of the best shots ever to me. I loved it.
And I mean, I think that's the thing, because like even in this movie, he puts a lot of his spin. He's from Oakland, so like all the Oakland stuff is prevalent, especially with Killmonger's character.
I roll my eyes at that because only for what reason? It's like that's the first thing the black nigga is going to do as a director. It takes place in Detroit, where I'm from. Yeah, so you know what, I'm from DC, so it gotta take place here. Yeah, you know, I'm from Atlanta, so you know he out there from Decatur.
I mean,
it's always like you can tell where somebody's from just by who's the director.
Oakland stuff is prevalent, but like I said, he reps it. You know, I get it. You know,
and I'm actually glad it was Oakland. I'm glad it was a black city that wasn't the normal New York, Atlanta, Chicago. You pick one that's actually very important because of the whole thing. And this is the other thing. The only one thing. This is the last thing I will say that actually irks me about the movie. Much like a Kendrick Lamar song, all of you niggas sat down. You see, the reason why they're in Oakland is because the Black Panther Party and yada is the reason why they chose that sundress that she's wearing, because that comes from a Maya Angelou poem.
And I ride.
Oh, that got on my nerves, and they got worse on Wakanda Forever.
I tuned it out.
Oh, they were worse with that.
I tuned it out because la di da da, slob on my knob.
I hated all y'all niggas for that. Man, this doesn't need to be on here.
I didn't say that. I was fine with it. It's funny. Don't get it twisted.
Somebody was like, man, they can't be having this weird stuff on no Disney track. And this is when D bounced out of it because I was enjoying it. Here comes that one goober. DC could never.
Here y'all go with that bullshit.
You know what was funny?
Enjoy something.
Look, Dora Milaje, loved it, loved everything that they did, presence and all that stuff, right? You know what I hated? When they did that goofy ass, what I call nigga art, Wonder Woman facing off against a Dora Milaje. I'm like, Wonder Woman would kill this woman. What are we doing here?
Everybody said the same thing. Why are you setting that black woman up for defeat?
What are we doing?
Do you know who Diana Prince is? There's this thing that my dad told me a long time ago. Everybody's gangster, son. Oh, you from the country? Oh yeah, you about to find out. Oh, you a big city boys. You can't wrestle with no big horses like me. All right, he finna find out. Everybody's gangster from every corner of the world, son. So don't hit this shit because you big, bald, and you got muscles and you a sister. You can roll up on Diana of Themyscira and say, you're not going to move me. She's going to say, I don't know you, first off. And then
and you're going to be that way. Stop this shit, y'all.
I hate it when people did the fucking thing with Luke Cage as Superman. I'm like, are you trying to get Luke Cage killed?
Why are you going to do that to Luke Cage? Man, Luke going to get one punch off. Shut up.
It's going to be like fucking Old Boy in Invincible when he beat the dog shit out of fucking Old Boy.
Homeboy did this.
I mean, when Battle Beast came in and went full Negan on
no. I'm talking about recent when what's his face? The other Viltrumite.
What Thrag
took that punch. Yeah, Thrag took the punch from fucking Mark and stuff like. Okay, what was that? That's Luke Cage and fucking Superman. What are we doing here?
It is Goku. It is Goku putting up a finger. Ping, ting, ting, ting. Stop, dog. Stop this shit. Stop it. I'm gonna warn you because I'm gonna punch you in your chest. Stop it.
It's like you're taking the characters, and again, Dora Milaje, dope as hell in the comics, even great, and you're setting them up on this like, no, don't do that.
They were foot soldiers to me. Seeing them in action, I totally get it, black people.
Oh, it's great.
Let me make that very clear. They are foot soldiers.
Great foot soldiers.
They are the ones that come out. Oh, Chris. Yeah, they don't, they're not the foot soldiers that come out. You hit them 3 times and they blow up.
They're not putty patrollers, right? Times. Jesus.
You got to hit them 6 times, then they blow up.
So they're Z putties, is what you're saying.
Yeah, they're Z.
Sorry.
The Z, Joey. You know, I used to love it because they used to have to punch him in the chest with it.
Gotta sell them toys.
Ooh, oh God. Thank you for that. That was a nostalgic rush I needed. But yeah, but I like they're foot soldiers. Let's just keep it real. They're foot soldiers, man. Like there's like, look. I know it's a bad example.
It probably is.
I know this is a bad example. I'm about to say. What did Steppenwolf do to all of those Amazons when he showed up in Justice League? What did he do?
Put him through the yeah.
They look. The arm was in the ground over here, and the body was lodged into the mountain over there.
And look, all I'm saying is this. When they sat there and turned their spears on Killmonger, he transformed. I was like, he about to put hands on all y'all motherfuckers, right?
Fuck up.
Somebody gonna die.
4 of y'all ain't gonna remember math. All of you would 60% of you will live. You go to 1, you will live, but you will not live well.
No, Killmonger's hands was rated E for everyone, but more so women than men. But
a lesser 20% will forever taste the color blue.
I love
blue, bro.
Don't ask why.
It tastes like copper every time I eat. I would look. The one thing I will say,
I'm saying when the man can transform into probably the coolest colorway of a phone posit, leave him alone.
I will say this: that scene sucked ass, but this was magical. It was magical when Killmonger told T'Challa this right before that shitty fight.
I don't give a fuck.
That man said, "Fuck all them rules. I'm king of Wakanda." I would tell you, man.
Fuck what you say. I'm about to put your head on the. I'm about to put your head on the CGI track.
All that challenge stuff is done. I never yielded.
Okay, these y'all 3 black geeks.
First of all, T'Challa, you got seismic tossed off of a cliff,
no, sir. He got the
also these y'all 3 black geeks. Mr. Michael B. Jordan, as a fellow geek, I have to say this. Say that line again. You sound like a fucking nerd. Say that line again, nigga. Nigga, say that line again. There was several lines that Michael did. It's like, it's when your best friend, it's like when your best friend who's a nerd says a nerd thing and you have to back him up. You're like, and it's cringy. That's how it felt with some of these lines where it's like the one that borderlined it, but thank God it went over good. Hey, auntie, thank God. Ooh, if that line in it float, it'd be like
that was a line that got burnt out real quick.
Yeah,
because I blame Angela Bassett on that one.
I blame Angela Bassett on that one. Let's just keep it real. I can't be attracted to Angela Bassett because she's my mama age. Gross.
What?
But that being said, she's a good looking woman. And all of you niggas that didn't, all of you, this sounds terrible. And all you niggas who were sexually assaulted by your aunties, you really had a fetish over her.
Wow, tell them how you really feel, man.
Well, damn. Let's unpack that. Holy shit.
Let's unpack that for all y'all. So why does your girlfriend look just like your aunt? Can you talk to us about that? Anyway, hey, I ain't opening up the black trauma that black men need to go into. anyway,
so
no, that line got burnt out real quick, but thank God it went over good.
I mean, but that's what
that would have been a cringy line, man.
But that's why I like that whole scene, because again, it goes to the drama of it and stuff. Just him breaking down, like, "Hey, man, I found my dad with Panther claws, bro. So we gonna have to. Somebody gotta die here. I'm just saying."
He showed up and said, "Off rip, ain't even been 10 seconds. I'm here for the challenge."
Off, yeah. He was like, "Nah, we ain't going through different." He was like, we're going now."
I did tell my son, "Hey, T'Challa, what if he would? I mean, not T'Challa. Killmonger. What if he would have beat your ass?" Now, granted, he was going in there with some Black Air Force energy. He wasn't going to lose that fight. Let's just make that really clear.
Imagine losing to an NBA player who didn't even take off his warm-ups.
That's what I was saying. Imagine Magic Johnson still in sweatpants.
Killmonger came in there breaking down like I was in Iraq. That line.
This motherfucker over here been doing push-ups and drinking 5-hour energy for the last 2 hours.
You lost before it even started.
T'Challa didn't give his morning run yet. And I would look, and D had to be a smart ass, because I did say this to Chris. Chris, look at this shit. Bruce Wayne would wash both of these. Yes, he would. And the way Chris said, like, yes, he would. Bruce would have folded both of these niggas like
at the same time, D, ain't gonna lie. Shiva and Bronze Tiger did fold his ass, so I don't know.
Let's make this very clear. Batman has been steamrolled.
At his head, what y'all talking about?
This is the thing. Like, look. Let's keep it very clear. I did say Batman can beat both these men.
Well, let us
not overlook the loss record that Bruce Wayne has. These are significant losses that we need to talk about. Like you said, Oroku Saki fucked that nigga up. So let's get a couple things.
When Oroku Saki hopped off of that metal pipe and went this.
God
so
damn.
Let's get a few things.
Ain't gonna lie.
Bruce hit the invincible. Wait a minute.
Hold up.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Nah, wasn't that Godzilla versus Kong? Hold on, buddy. No.
Hold up, champ. Hold up.
I just need to tell you something. There's somebody calling you a bitch. It wasn't me.
He shouldn't have said that. I can't. I told him I got your number. I can't right away. Told you.
I told you. Stay over in that hood. I'm over here. Why are you in this?
Jackson,
why?
He's got a gun.
Ain't gonna lie. I think I was in that.
Why are you here?
Hey, the first time when I was in that first screening for Black Panther, when I saw fucking Killmonger put boots to ass to T'Challa, I was like, "Hey, dog, you know what? I dig this. Turn this up. Let's go."
When I said that, if you come back here again, it's on site, I meant it.
Listen, and then
no warnings.
As soon as Forrest Whitaker put that fucking spear down, I was like, "Oh, you poor sweet man, you are dead."
You really thought that you was going to smooth over Killmonger by saying,
"Let's talk this out."
No, by saying, it's my fault. I let it happen. I apologize. Yeah, I guess I'll take that. Shiv.
No, I'm like, hey man, game is the game.
All right, fellas. Let's go down there and tell all these black women that they have a period. They are naked.
No. Put that picture back up. Hold on, put the picture up.
The manosphere stare.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna say it as loud as possible. Your pH levels is off.
Yeah, they're gonna hate that shit. Also, let's say take off the bonnets. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you know.
No,
Dan,
burn. No, we just burn the bonnets.
you know Dan Kaluuya is ready to say that shit. Ready.
All right. So at the count of 3, y'all. I can't even do it. Fuck. At the count of 3, y'all. At the count of 3, we're gonna go down there and tell these women. No, all right. All right, y'all. So we all got the plan. We're gonna go out of town with our girls, and we're gonna take a long time to get to where we go to. What in the meantime, we play Kevin Samuels the whole time.
Passport Bros.
Passport Bros. Break.
Passport Bros on 3.
Hey, excuse me. Hey, Eris, did you say that you from Japan? So how many girls you got out there? Just one? You married?
Hey.
Okay.
Like,
this isn't really necessarily.
No. Then what am I like? What else was I supposed to do?
Look, Eris, they walk away. You're like, wait. So are they done talking? Oh, they're abusing a single black girl. Okay, cool.
Is it plot hole that Killmonger's here
is... You ain't shit. Oh, they're abusing a black woman. I'm gonna let that go.
Like,
hey, chick, you should have ran.
Sounds like a black Israelite thing to do.
That's all. That's it. Killmonger is just think of Umar Johnson if he opened up that school on time. That's all he is.
Killmonger,
he's still a shyster.
Killmonger,
at least he opened up the store.
Killmonger had an old woman by the throat and said, "Yes, burn it all." What made you think that's a guy you want to hook your trailer to on being right? That's all I'm saying.
Think about it, y'all.
He shot his girlfriend with no hesitation. Like, blast her ass.
Sir, he lied and said it's gonna be all right.
Think about it, y'all. I'm gonna tell all these black people that we're gonna take over that there's our land, is our land for us to take over, and we can actually support this land, right? And then I want to put a tobacco store on every corner. These niggas ain't gonna know what happened.
Like, I'm sorry, you gonna sit here and tell me that it's all right?
Tobacco store on
you gonna tell me
a shop.
You're gonna tell me that it's all right when you about to put a hollow point.
Nigga.
You aimed a hollow point at her.
Well, you know, they got it on the previous night, so you know he was good.
In fact, that was
his logic, honestly, if you really think how callous that shit was.
No, it's fine. It's fine because you know it was double homicide. He killed her and Claw.
I knew you were a killer. Like, yeah. Well, you know.
First of all, he did what the messenger should have did in 300. You brought the wrong crowns and heads of conquered kings. You brought the wrong set, sir. Had you brought Leonidas's enemies, you'd have had a different conversation. You wouldn't even be in that bottomless pit right now.
Meanwhile, you know, Nakia basically was like, "Hey, you need to be helping the youths in the urban cities of America, starting with Oakland."
I would much rather that we stay hidden from the rest of the wild.
And then every smart girl that you knew that graduated out of HBC. See, this is the problem with black capitalism. Okay, look, I understand where you're going, baby. But the next word you're about to do, what you're about to do is cross over into something. You're not even done with that class yet. Don't fucking talk. You're not doing your dissertation yet. Don't talk.
It is not our problem.
I was so sick of the Root and all these other places that
D said the name. I didn't.
Oh yeah, I say it, man. There's a reason why the Three Black Geeks is kind of blackballed. I have always hated everybody from the Root. Each and every one of you niggas that I went to Hampton, I went to Fisk, I went to Morehouse with honors, and y'all can't write a fucking article without Wikipedia helping you. I don't like none of you.
Anyway. But that was the performing conversation. It's like I get it, but it's like, God, shit. Like
I get it, and I get it. There is something to be said when the black people with power like that don't use it the way we want to. And I think that's a real conversation that black people, we're almost there, that we're going to have a big conversation about it. Hey, rich niggas, what the fuck, man? We're going to probably, I don't know when black people, we're going to get to that point where we'll start having conversations like that, but it's getting close. I know it is because like I said, our generation, we're all about how we're trying to coincide and thrive together.
Yeah.
That's our whole. I know that's the goal, really, with black millennials and Gen Zers. We're like, look, y'all. We all getting therapy. How you doing, Nakia? I'm doing fine. Narcissist, see, bitch. Look, this is the shit. Like, hey, go ahead. That's what black people here right now. We're trying to talk to each other.
No, but that's why, like, when you say we were doing Black Panther and stuff, I was like, I never wanted to go about it in like talking about the scenes everybody want to talk about, because I think there was a larger conversation, and I'm glad we're actually talking about it, because it's like
no need to glaze.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When it comes to these really, really good movies that we have, when it comes to the good movies we do, we at 3BG do not like glazing. We like to have a conversation about it.
Yeah, doesn't mean we hate it or anything. It's just like, no.
And especially when they're movies that are aged. This movie is about to be 10 years old. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's close to 10 years. But when you're dealing with a movie that had time to breathe, especially blockbusters, I think there's more of a conversation than there is. Okay, so the next scene, blah, 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 blah. Eris, I got a question. When it comes to Black Panther, what was your favorite? There's a lot more to talk about, especially in this case, because this meant a whole lot to Black culture. Needed this movie to work.
Oh, it had to. Like,
I have to. That's one thing I don't think we talk about, but we got to be honest with that a little bit. Especially people that like being cynical with Black Panther. Y'all got to be real. If this movie would have failed, I don't know where the black nerd space would be at. It will be.
I know exactly where it would be. It would be hanging on even harder to anime.
That being said, Eris, and I say this with all love to black people because I love being around niggerdom, loud black folk, and just good old black love. The con scene will be a lot quieter.
Because here's my thing, like,
that will be so much quieter. No dudes trying to fuck all the girls with low self-esteem. All the girls with low self-esteem trying to duck the lesbian girls that are trying to get them.
No,
you don't have to deal with none of this.
But that was the reason why I say, like, you couldn't do a Black Panther in phase 1, because I don't think the infrastructure was there to really do a Black Panther in a phase 1. You had to get to this point to where you're like, all right, I think we reached a point to where we can actually make a fully realized, Black Panther movie in a way that actually, even if you have critiques of it, you can still say, damn, they made a fully realized Wakanda and stuff. It's kind of like the recent Master of the Universe movie. Canon Films try to do the shit on a fucking shoestring budget, and it don't work because you're not giving us a fully realized Eternia and He-Man.
And they did what all movies in the 80s did. Let's do it half in whatever land they're in and do half in the real world.
Yeah,
a lot of movies did that.
And that was there, and that was Canon Films' way of, okay, clearly we're shooting in the desert of LA. So you didn't get.
I was going to say they did it with Beastmaster. They didn't do Beastmaster, but
Beastmaster.
But
that was the thing. It's like that was supposed to be representative of Eternia at that time, and you never felt it was a grand place. So when you get this new Masters of the Universe movie now, oh shit, we get a fully realized Eternia. We're seeing the world, and it gets you sucked in, and that's what this movie with Black Panther did. We never knew what Wakanda looked like because the early phases of the MCU, you really couldn't get a vision per se of what does that look like.
And in some case, and I think in a weird case with not just this, they did the same thing with Asgard.
Yep.
They had to really make Asgard look real, because remember in the first movie they only did bits and pieces. When it came to Dark World and it came to Ragnarok, they had to make that whole
all of Asgard, that whole realm a lot bigger. So yeah, it's. I think they had. I think with Wakanda, you see a lot more in the second movie, but it the second movie feels like everything is CGI. At least in the first one, yes, CGI, but at least I believe there was dirt on the ground. That's kind of
because you were in one part of because they had you in a part of Wakanda where you're in the village and everything, the sort of everything is happening.
But you was in a village, you was in a weird city space, you was in a futuristic African city spot.
Afrofuturism.
You know what I'm saying? You was in the mountains, you was by a beach, you were in different ecosystems. You was in ecosystems in this movie. You know what I mean? There was different biomes that they were in this movie. So it wasn't just Wakanda looks like fucking Uganda and shit. We're just gonna have dirt on the ground and a whole lot of cars. No, they actually made it look like, yeah, it's a busy city, but it looked like Lagos, where it's nothing but black folk everywhere. And yeah, it's kind of on top of each other, but you can tell it organically grew into the city that you see and all the rest of it. Yeah. There was weird work that was put into it. Yeah. It's just like I said, the second one just felt. Even when it came back in Endgame, it like this just feels like they did all of this on a. I mean, it felt like everything was on a green screen.
I mean, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like you made it fully realized and stuff. So now it's kind of like you can take what they did and improve on it now in a way that's like, all right, I like what you did in this movie, but maybe we can actually do, like you said, D, in a way that's fully realized to where you get the practical and you get the special effects in a way that it bridges it a little bit better and stuff. But like I said, that's the thing. It's like you're taking it. I think a couple of years from now, when people do those revisiting of this movie, I'm hoping it. I mean, I'm holding my breath on that, but I'm really kind of curious on what the conversation is going to be beyond just the usual, hey, glazing and that kind of stuff.
It will be. I agree.
I mean, I expected.
I will say one thing I really appreciate about this movie that I think a lot of people either don't think about or take for granted is that we get to see a hyper futuristic city with African theme to it. Because we're used to shit using Eastern European shit and I feel like we need to see more of that, more of that lens through different cultures. So more of the Afrofuturism, more of the Asian futurism, more of people get used to ideas beyond that Eastern European high fantasy bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because African and Asian futurism, if I want to be particular, Japanese and Chinese futurism, oh my god, I love those aesthetics. Same thing with African futurism. It looks like there's metal growing out the ground with some of them things. It looks like it's still organic, but it's like, yo, what the fuck is this?
But
shit?
love
that look.
But I did low key, and it was funny. It was me and a couple of people who were joking about this. I said when Disney did that fucking, I'm not gonna say forgettable, but it was definitely, that's how you know Disney has fuck you money. They did that Tomorrowland movie that I totally forgot happened. And I remember watching that movie and seeing what they were going with the different concepts and stuff. And I was like, I feel in a very low key way, this is them using this movie as a testing grounds for how they're going to do Wakanda, especially when you look at the central conceit of the movie and what it was doing about this hidden city, Tomorrowland, and you need this special thing in order.
Tomorrowland was a project they wanted to do forever. Number one,
yeah, it definitely felt like it was a pet project.
But it also felt like it was one of. I know what you mean. I think with every movie, you get closer and closer and trying to make the perfect city or whatever have you like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the one thing I appreciate. Ruth Carter put her whole fucking foot in this shit. She made some beautiful fucking costumes
both
in this
movies.
whole thing. And both movies, yes, thank you. Both movies. And every movie she's ever fucking been in, number one. And I remember telling her that shit. She's like, it just comes to me. I'm like,
that is some consistent stuff to actually do that.
But what she told me was going into this movie, it was more of we have to take pieces from different places, not just what Marvel gave them, but they really literally had to go to what section of Africa are we saying that Wakanda takes place in? Well, if that's the place, what cloth do they use? What's the normal style for everybody? So, and how can we make this futuristic? She said that was the harder part. How can we make all this look
council?
But and this is where the Disney fuck you money comes in.
she had other people coming in, like, you know, like different artists give their little look on it. And it's up to her at that point what we're going to use, what set, and all the rest of that shit. So yeah, there was a whole fucking process to it. And I agree. It's one of the best looking, just design wise, one of the best looking in the whole period of the whole Black movie.
Because you had to. I feel this is one of those things, like you said, this is the movie that it had to work. It had to fucking work with all the effort that they made. So, you know. But yeah, I think it's Black Panther, you know.
Yep, that's Black Panther.
I wanted to. I waited. Sorry, I waited for this. I wanted to just say, if there's one thing that I want to acknowledge about this movie in particular is Chadwick Boseman. And yes, it took 3 years, but Chadwick Boseman got what should have went to John Boyega.
I see what you mean.
You know what I'm talking about.
I see what you mean.
And
yeah,
and I'm just saying, like, what his impact as Black Panther is what should have went to John Boyega for The Force Awakens. Off of that, again, off of the trailer that we saw.
Yeah,
I don't want to talk about it.
No, no. I mean, we talked about everything else. Do you go?
Well,
ahead.
I don't
get it off your chest.
Look,
no, I don't. Because Eris,
Get me started. Don't get me started.
we're it's about to be 12. We're not going on. I'm not.
All I'm just saying-
Also, and I will say this: we're doing the prequels probably a month or so from now. So
all I'm saying
that's going to start the ball to the inevitable. I don't fucking want to talk about the last 3 movies. Why are you forcing me to that, Eris?
Yeah,
I don't want to
look,
talk about them.
because we were lied to.
We weren't lied to, but I understand also.
Yes, we were. Chris.
Yes and no.
We were lied to.
We were lied to, but here's the thing: I would have let it go. But the second those two found Benicio del Toro, I was like,
"It's over, isn't it? It's over, isn't it? It's not."
I would have been forgiven.
I would have
been forgiven. I would have been forgiven.
All of it. But by the
But
time
when
they
he was
got
a
to
fucking
that
janitor,
casino, when they got to the casino, oh God,
you later than me.
happened.
You later than me. Because when he was a fucking janitor, I lost my shit. I was like, how fucking dare you?
And the moment we were in that Mojave Desert, and I saw that white forehead for longer than 5 minutes, it was over.
Look,
it really was over.
I'm not in that. I am not in that way of
It really was.
I get it.
It really was a lie. You had the perfect setup.
Here's the thing.
But again, I'm glad it went to Chadwick.
No,
that's all I'm saying, is that I'm glad that we got it with him. I'm glad that it went to Chadwick.
And I'm glad that it was him that had the legacy. Here's the one thing I will, and this is the last thing I will say. I do feel bad for a lot of kids. My kids were a part of it.
Yep.
My kids had the luck of seeing Kobe Bryant, knowing who Kobe Bryant was. When they finally seen him, they seen him on his last year. And I remember my oldest son was like, who's that? Who's that? Like, why everybody talking about him? And they gave us like a little special thing in the All-Star game. And he's like, that's Kobe Bryant. I was like, he's one of the greatest players of all time. So, of course, both my sons are looking at this nigga. And then a few short years, he dies in a helicopter crash. Here's the thing. He was a hero to all of us. To kids younger than us, he was a mythical figure. Like, that's the great Kobe Bryant. He just died. Holy shit. And then all of these kids grew up and saw the MCU, and they got to Black Panther, and they saw their parents and their grandparents marking over this shit, and they saw Chadwick. And then Chadwick dies.
Yep.
They got to see 2 Black figures that meant a whole lot to Black people die. I feel bad for the youth on that one. I'm sorry. That's a tough one.
That was one of those, and that was the crazy part, because it's COVID we had heard about things about Chadwick, and I remember we were doing.
We saw him.
Yeah, we saw
like CJ. When you and I saw him, we thought, oh, like he was dropping weight for a movie. Like must be for a movie.
Yeah,
he had no idea that
he looked tired as shit doing that Wakanda Forever.
Hey, listen,
he was in good spirits, but yeah.
You know. Yeah. I'm sorry. Like, yeah, man, he looked tired as shit doing Wakanda Forever. A week later, oh shit! What?
I think I got some.
I'm sorry. Pictures. What stage cancer?
Look, that was the thing too. It's a situation of his impact and what he did. It kind of set in stone how much impactful it was for everybody. Because, like you said, kids saw him and he died, and it was like, oh fuck! And this is during COVID, and so everybody is just panicking.
Mm-hmm.
It's very rare that you got that, because one of the big things about this movie was how Denzel, he literally was like, yeah, I sat down and watched the movie, and when he saw Michael B. and Chadwick and a lot of these young actors in the film, he was like, that's the future. We're fine.
Mm-hmm.
We're fine. And that's real to hear from that, because he wasn't talking about anything else about the movie. He was just like, I saw the acting and I was like, we're good. The future, these are some good actors in this film. We got this. And I was like, damn, that says a lot.
Yep.
So,
all right. But that is Black Panther. Will we do Wakanda Forever?
Probably.
No.
You see my face, Eric.
I was just gonna say.
You see my face.
I was just gonna say, when D asked me to be on, I was like, "Do I have to watch Wakanda Forever?" And he said no. And I was like, "Don't you ever question my loyalty, y'all, ever again?" Because I was about to watch that shit. I had it loaded up, ready to go. Don't ever question my loyalty.
My face, Prime. I don't know.
Don't ever question my loyalty, y'all.
Chris is going to have to really.
No, I'm not. Look, that's another movie that, just like Black Panther, I feel people had that, like you said, this movie has to succeed, which it did, but like the way in which people engage with it, again, it could have been an actual legitimate, hey, let's have an honest conversation about this movie in a way that, hey, we can address what worked and what didn't, and it just turn into a fucking shit show.
We just did
across all corners. And
sir, we've just done 2.5 hours on the first movie. I really don't want to go 2.5 hours on a funeral.
Sir, that's an hour. Maybe.
Eris said the right title. Funeral.
Which is ironic because me being a comic head, because I'm a dork, I'm like, we got multiverse shit. He'll be back because capitalism.
Also,
and because Disney knows, well, sometimes they know better.
It's called capitalism. Capitalism will sober you up and be like, fuck, okay, we gotta.
But, hey, CJ, it's CJ. Look at me. I'm Jerry Seinfeld.
I'm just saying, capitalism.
They saw how y'all acted. They saw how y'all acted for that first movie, and they said those porch monkeys never again. Absolutely not.
You coons ain't getting another one.
So now we gotta wait for Damon Idris to be T'Challa.
So, thank you, Prime, for being on this episode. We will see you again later on. I don't know what episode. I like I said, it's probably gonna be next month when I call you again. We'll let you know. But this is actually technically, before anybody asks, this is actually technically our Juneteenth episode, because next Thursday won't be Juneteenth. So that being said, actually, is next Thursday June? Wait a minute, what is Juneteenth? 16th, right? It's always the 16th, right?
I'm off that day, so I don't know.
I think it is that day, right? Yeah, it is that day.
Oh,
right,
yeah, it's a 3-day weekend next week.
Yeah, see what I'm talking. Well, all right, so check this out. Actually, hold on. What is it? Wait, what is Juneteenth?
It's on a Friday.
Huh? Yeah, it's Friday. Juneteenth is on a Friday.
Yep.
So it's next Friday?
Yes.
The 19th?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're not doing this movie. No, destroy that right now.
What movie? What movie?
No, we're not doing that movie. That's not even a black movie. That is the opposite of black. No. Oh my God. No.
What movie was it, sir?
Oh my God. An offer you couldn't refuse. No. Not for Juneteenth.
I need you to tell me.
Oh no. We're not doing that. We need to do a black movie. Okay. Fuck. Black movies. Let's see what we got here. Boom, 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 boom. Technically, that is a black movie. Huh?
No, I'm curious. I'm with Chris. What was it?
Oh, The Godfather. I thought y'all heard me.
That's what you meant. Okay.
I mean, well, technically, niggas like Godfather, so
no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. See, if we was going to do that, we would do Scarface, and I actually had a long thought about that, and I didn't.
I am so done talking about Scarface for the 19th time on this podcast.
Eris, we only talked about it once. You and I talked about it every fucking day of our life.
Eris Mandela affected us. I was like, damn, did we really talk about this twice?
No, we did not.
We have talked about it before. I'm not Mandela affecting us. D has Mandela affected us.
No,
because
we have only talked about it once. You can look it up.
No, that was a re-record.
Eris, no, it wasn't.
We talked about it when I was in Japan.
Eris, you did. Yes, you was in Japan.
2016.
And that was the one time we talked about it. It was a full 10 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years ago.
And that was,
that's why, Eris, you have to realize you and I open up conversations with you and I open up conversations
and guess what?
Talking about Gina's hair slow motion going. No.
Yeah, and guess what, D? That was over 2 hours that I do not need to retread again.
I love how Eris just burst the whole bubble of a movie that we talk about. This is what I deserve. No, I deserve this, Eris. You won this one, man.
Because we have mentioned, if we don't talk about it, we have talked about
Eris. We have talked about we have referenced Metal Gear. We
referenced Metal Gear. We referenced Goodfellas and Casino.
So here's the thing.
If we're going to Juneteenth, I got one.
No. I already got our Juneteenth.
Oh,
don't worry.
What is
it? Actually,
what is it? What's the grand plan?
All right. Do you want to do college or do you want to do high school?
Oh God, I know. If it's college, I know exactly what movie it's going to be, and I'm going to punch. I'm gonna punch D in the shoulder.
Stomp the art.
If it's
Stomp the art or Drumline.
No, Chris. What do you want?
No, I know exactly what D's going to say. If it's college, I am getting ready to punch him in the shoulder. If it's what I think.
You don't need to punch me.
Stomp the art.
No, what you need to do is punch that white boy that took that gun,
exactly,
aimed it directly at that track star who wasn't going to fulfill her whole scholarship in the first place.
That's why I said. That's what I said. The moment you said college, I knew you was going to go for higher learning.
And I was telling this to my wife. I have a deep respect for John Singleton.
Oh yeah.
I don't like Baby Boy. But God damn it, nigga, you made a movie that we're going to be talking about for the rest of our life.
Mm-hmm.
I am not a big fan of getting talked down to by Lawrence Fishburne and glasses. But that shit actually built my life. That shit actually built my life. And I am glad you're not alive to see all these white people using that saxophone sound wrong. I'm glad you're not allowed to see that.
But that's the thing you need to understand is that we need to keep everything everything in this community black. I did the bit with the glasses. Like,
look. Oh my God! Do you know my dad gave me and my cousin that same fucking speech?
All I'm saying is,
that's not Dwayne. Now I'm militant and I hate the government. Thank you a lot, nigga.
Look. Any movie that I get to see Michael Rappaport catch a Tim boot to his ass is a good day. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do the John Singleton classic. Okay, John Singleton movie.
Now the
higher learning.
To your right now. I would have had fun with it if we were going to go high school because I would have said, "Ooh, we're going high school." Is this the movie where Edward Furlong catches a bullet?
American History X. Oh damn, that would have been a dope.
Why would you want me to do that on Juneteenth? Eris, we are not. We do look. Let me make sure it's clear. I will box a bear.
Bite the curve, man.
Yeah, thank you. I ain't biting the curve on this one, man. I could wake up the next day and look at our download count will go into the negative.
But understand something.
These niggers.
But understand something. Hold up. But when the black spun that block and ended the movie in the most perfect way possible, the chef's kiss, if you will.
But no,
here's the thing, Eric. I agree with you.
38 special in a bathroom.
I am not about to sit and watch a movie called Me a Nigger for 2 hours.
You're right. Not about.
I don't care who he befriended in jail.
My favorite character from Remember the Titans being a racist asshole. No.
I don't give a fuck who he befriended in jail.
The payoff in the end.
I don't need to be reminded of Mein Kampf in the fucking movie.
Where we are, in freaking higher learning, we are.
Now, granted,
Negro, we talked about a downfall.
Now, granted,
we be all right.
do have one, Captain Cisco from Deep Space Nine, doing this. Like, let me tell you something. The whole movie,
black movie.
Got Captain Cisco, Hawk, if you will.
Look,
Negro as hell.
We're done. We see y'all next week.
Ice Cube and Afro. It's gonna be great.
Ice Cube and Afro.
Beat us in, dudes.
I'm done! You fucking idiots!